What's up? And welcome to the
RRR, the breakdown.
My name is Roland.
My name is Tommy.
And I'm Grayson.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first outbreak of the RRR breakdown. Welcome to the first case, which is let us infect ourselves.
INTROFECT.
INTROFECT. My
Not
bad.
infecting myself with anything.
I was thinking about the corona too much. Hello and welcome. So this is a different show. Where this is not the streets. This is the RRR breakdown. So this is a passion project. So it's a pre-show, a pre-RRR show before the RRR, the streets. So what are we going to be doing today? For future shows as well, is that we're going to go deeper and deeper into superhero time. So it'll be called Breaking Hero Time, and we'll go and liaise with the actual Discord of the RRR streets and get involved. So what we're going to do is we're going to introduce ourselves, why are we doing the project itself, and how we're going to what is our projection? What are we planning to do in the future? Right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, double no.
Oh,
Is Josh Perry in the chat?
I think he is. Let's have a look.
Sharing in the chat.
Double the Unknownsy and Josh.
Howdy, Josh.
How's it
Perry.
going?
Josh.
Browns.
Oh, my bad. And then, look who's here.
What?
Hello.
Oh my god.
A twist you don't believe. Wouldn't believe.
I got back from work with plenty of time, so
We already have a guest.
yeah.
Yes, we're 2.5 minutes in. This is our first guest.
We can't rely on ourselves.
It's gonna go a lot faster than
It's
RRR.
Good timing,
Series
because we're
finale.
going to explain why we're doing the show. So I actually thought of this show. By the way, my name is Roland, or Spring Roland, and I was actually thinking about it during work, and I've been watching RR and the streets for quite some time now, and I thought, maybe one day I would like to do something like this. So I actually approached Will through a DM and suggested like what we're planning to do, and our different goals that we wanted to do regarding the show. So it was more like actually supporting the streets. So we're pretty much like a little brother show, as we call it. What do you guys think? Do you agree, or?
Yeah, I agree. It's pre-show. It's per show.
I recruited Tommy, Lulu, and Mr. Grayson here because they are also great contributors to Discord.
Chris.
And
I'll have you know, this is my stepmother's furniture, sir. Okay.
We'll make it from his grandma.
Hey, Chris. How's it going? Thanks for joining.
Dear world, change the background. Okay, change is inevitable, Josh. Sorry.
He's young. You can't tell him that yet.
Right?
Expect that background in the streets, okay, Josh? Okay, come on. So it's the three of us, and we'll be going deeper into superhero time. Will be called Breaking Hero Time, but we'll go through the different topics, and it's great for us for Will to please. I'd like to say thank you for granting us this opportunity to actually be part of the RR Empire. So thank you for.
Thank you.
Empire. That's a very nice way of putting it.
Oh yeah,
makes us sound way more important than we are.
The RRR Confederacy. Yeah.
I'm not touching that one with a 40-foot pole.
But now we're not. Now one of the R's doesn't stand for racist. Now we're just sexist.
You're right. No, but in all seriousness, I'm flattered about the whole thing. When Roland came and pitched the idea to me, that's all I can be is just flattered by this whole thing. Because I was explaining it to him, and I'll just tell it for all you guys. What he did when he pitched the idea to me was exactly the conversation I had with Brian, aka Collector Shuki, a couple years ago when I pitched the streets to him. Me and Corey we wanted to start a podcast, but we didn't know what to do. We lived fairly close to each other, and we were just trying to figure out how to go about it. I was at work one day. I thought of the streets, and then I just went to Brian. I was like, hey, I want to do this thing. And so it was a very full circle moment for me when Roland pitched Breakdown to me. So, I'm just very grateful. And this is kind of...
Can you put up Chris's comment?
The time the Black Kevin is actually black.
Oh my god. Oh,
I'm allowed to say that because Chris is the blackest guy I know. So
as far as people are concerned by his profile picture. Do not watch the streets later. I do not want you to see what Chris actually looks like.
Go to all his videos like, yo, what's up, dog? It is welcome back to Long's Toys. Oh, shizzle, we're going over the Kiramager review today. It's gonna be zoppity.
I didn't know Bill Cosby did toy reviews from jail.
We'll be reviewing the Kiramager Changer, you see. It spins and talks, you see, in pretty lights and colors. Where do you think Long comes from? Yep.
Nope, there it is. Ayo.
Shazam.
Oh man.
Oh my.
We're doing good already. We're doing
great.
You guys are
We're almost 10 minutes in and we haven't even explained why we're here.
Yeah, right.
It's just like RRR, we fit right in.
We fit right. Yeah. We just press record and just start going, and we don't know where we're going, but
guys, we don't have any news or superhero time. This might be a shorter episode. Oh, it's 5 hours actually, so it's actually longer than all the other episodes.
Let's just watch Will walk around a city for a little bit and just talk about where he's going.
How? Wait, we're an hour short on the podcast. All right, Chris, Transformers. All right,
yes.
So yeah,
9 people.
Yeah, it's
9 people.
So yeah, I'm pretty much the first international RRR member. So this is quite different in terms of time zones. So be sure to, if you are from overseas, adjust your time because we're going to go by 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so they just recently had a I think daylight savings is off now. Is it off for you guys?
Sure.
I think it is.
Spring.
Yeah,
we spring forward. We fall back and then we spring forward. So whatever that.
So,
spring roll.
if any Australian viewers out there, it will be instead of 11 a.m. it will be 10 a.m. on Australian Eastern Standard
Australian time. So
So be
at work
aware of that time and then adjust yourselves to that. So yeah, my name is Roland, and I've been loving Tokusatsu for since I was born. But I haven't even touched Super Sentai since 2007. Got into Kamen Rider 2009, and loved the franchises ever since. So, and also got into Ultraman a few years back. So, I would like to go in depth with the discussions regarding superhero time because I really like this shows. No matter how bad it is or good it is, I will watch it and get into the nitty gritty of it.
I will
So I'd like to-
I would strap myself down in a chair.
Tommy, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Okay, my name is Tommy, and I've been a fan of Toku since I was a kid, and on and off, sort of liking it, and then starting to like it throughout, and then I'm here because Springmore was like, hey, you want to join? I was like, all right, sure. And then I'm here.
Yeah. Because the reason why I wanted Tommy Lulu to become part of this is that he has great in-depth discussions regarding superhero tech. And I've seen him discussing with other mentors.
Shut up.
So I actually I would like to collaborate with him and see where we go with this. And Grayson, would you like to introduce yourself?
Not really. No. Hi, my name is Grayson. I have no idea why he wanted me to be a part of this. I believe he will soon regret this decision. But
Fill a quota. It's to fill a quota. I'm sorry.
they're making me legally change my name to Kevin.
Your story yet?
No, I've been a Toku fan. I discovered Super Sentai when I was about 12. It was 2013, around that little time.
Fuck it. I'm out. No,
Bye.
Your story yet? No.
To be fair, it was.
I feel as ancient as the furniture behind me. Okay?
It was before my birthday. I was 13. I turned 13 in 2013, but I got into it early in the year. So there's that. And then I got into Kamen Rider a few months after that. So the first Sentai I ever watched was Ranger, and then I watched a few after that, and then I later got into Decade. Nothing like that. With a name like Grayson, you're expecting someone like Josh, but it's just.
Oh no!
Wait,
So Grayson is the Corey there out of necessity? Oh my God.
I thought I was supposed to be the Corey degree.
That's fair. I mean, I guess I'm the Asian of the Asians.
Well, you're outnumbered.
Exactly. Why is it Corey here? I don't understand.
I'll make all the work. No,
Where's Wonton Don when you need him?
Right.
But no, yeah, no. I've always, I don't know. I've always liked Power Rangers. I've loved Power Rangers since I was a kid. I've always loved it. And then I was like, well, there's more of this. There's more stuff like this. So I started watching that, and it's been love at first sight ever since, and hatred at first sight as well. I've gotten very passionate about this franchise more than I ever thought I would be. So, yeah,
That's fair.
So
Excellent.
Roland, if you want to say some nice words about why you wanted me here and stuff like that would be cool.
You add extra dimension to. I reckon you add an extra dimension to this type of to this stream. I think you've got a great sense of humor, and I think it will actually adds a bit more character to the whole structure that I'm planning to do. So I'm glad that you are also on board with this, Grayson. So I think you two are great. Well, I think we're going to work. We chat well together. So hopefully this will go in the long run. Okay. So yeah. So
Will, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey?
Yeah, right. No, let me go ahead and introduce myself now. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just the old guy that's here.
He's just watching over us because just in case we do anything bad, we might ruin the name of the RRR.
Well, no.
Ran.
I just figured you guys were doing a guest thing because we kind of did that, and we didn't really announce it when we did it because we had Dawson and Aerosol in our first episode, and we forgot to announce that, and so I kind of wanted to have the same effect happen here.
I don't care.
Let's again.
Josh came in before we started, and he was like, "I'll let you guys do your thing." I was like, "No, by next week we will probably have 3 people on this podcast."
Me and Josh work at 2 very different capacities then, because I'm like, you know what? They might be streaming already. Well, I don't care. I'm going to jump on the call anyway.
Do
Fuck it.
I'm 100% on board with that.
I'm pretty sure everybody knows Will. He is our godfather. and he is blessed us with the show.
No, please stop.
Please, God, no.
Where's my Sonic Push?
So yeah, let's do you want to do the breakdown of the breakdowns and introduce the segments of the show, because they'll be very, very different from RRR and the streets.
Yeah.
So I will prepare the little share the screen.
We're gonna share the mic.
Share the mic.
Share that, Mike.
Mike.
Okay.
Where is Mike?
Oops.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, we're going at the end. My bad.
Guys,
Okay,
thanks for a wonderful first episode.
You're already doing way better than Corey because you actually have slides ready.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, welcome to the Outbreak Case 1. Allow us to introfect ourselves. Okay. So here is the breakdown. So first up, 1-ups are not 1-ups in here. It will be upgrades.
Will we call them 1-ups multiple times? Most likely.
So we still say 1-ups, but we meant upgrades, okay?
Yes.
So upgrades are our version of 1-ups. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be still saying what we bought throughout the week, and also bringing back the Streets Discord's 1-ups, since they
Wait,
can
there's
no
no Streets Discord?
Yes. So we're going to bring them
Don't
underground.
worry, I forget about it too sometimes. I'm just kidding.
So each of us, you can still post your 1-ups on the Streets Discord. So the link is on the description below. So click on the link and you can post up your 1-ups. But the difference in this situation is that each member will be choosing 1 to 2 1-ups from the Discord. So not everybody's 1-ups will be presented into the show, just because of time constraints and all that. And that's pretty much it. And then we'll just choose our favorites. And for sure, you'll be the amount of audience members that we have now. I think everybody will be presented at some stage. Okay.
Sure.
So, Tommy, would you like to present the next segment, please?
So after that, we have Breaking Hero Time, in which we're going to break down this week's episodes for Kiramager, 01, and Beast Morphers, and maybe some Ultraman when that happens or someone subs it. And we're going to go diving deep, discuss the episodes, and see what happens from there.
I love Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell is my favorite
I love
actor.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Guys, as you watch along, see our good old pal Chris Long put in random fun facts down in the Today we're going to talk about Kiramager. Kira was a character on a show called Power Rangers Dino Thunder.
So Grayson, would you like to present the next?
But of course.
Next up, we have Prognosatsu. It is a play on the words of the words tokusatsu and prognosis.
And essentially what it is
And today I'm going to be shaving my beard.
That will never happen.
I trimmed it today because I didn't want to look scraggly because I know a thing or two about grooming.
Hey, you should give Josh some advice on that.
I'm sorry, I can't. It helps.
Someone needs to sponsor Streets with a shaver.
Guys, they were sponsored by Dollar Shave Club.
That's right.
We had a Dollar Shave Club sponsorship.
And in the celebration of our sponsorship, we're gonna strap Josh down to a chair and shave his face against his will because they gave us $5,000. So.
Oh, great.
Prognosatsu is essentially, like I said, it's a play on the words tokusatsu and prognosis. We're basically going to have a in-depth discussion of a topic. Usually I'll come up with it, or some of the other boys will come up with it, or even you in the Prognosatsu Discord channel suggest a topic that you'd like us to talk about, and it just might get picked. But if it sucks, it won't. I'm kidding.
Are you though? Because I would blame you.
But yeah, it's a really fun thing. Like, I feel like a lot of times, me especially, like, I'll just have like random thoughts and like talk to myself a lot of the time.
It's kind of the best way I can kind of break it down for these guys is kind of like a themed ramble time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's pretty good.
That type of thing.
Because I've had a lot of times myself where it's like, oh, what if this, or what if this, or I want to know other people's discussion.
Or like, what if there was a team of Rangers that turned into past Rangers,
you can say that.
but not like Super Mega Force.
But not like Super Mega Force. Not Super Mega, but it could be called Ultra.
Yeah, not Ultra.
Not Super Mega. Ultra. Like, I don't know. They can transform with coins instead of keys. It's a completely different system. Like, you rotate the coin instead of spinning the key. Like, it's completely different. Completely different. But yeah, no. Will, you want to talk about fashion passion question?
Well, yes. As soon as that slide comes on, I will definitely talk about it.
I'm skipping it this week, but okay.
Yeah, we're skipping it.
Okay. Oh, it's right there. I'm just an idiot, and I'm not reading things that are on the screen. Well, as you can see by this lovely slideshow, have I said how nice this slide is? That I definitely read before this. Fashion passion question is carefully selecting questions from the RRR The Streets Discord and or live chat. So if you have some random little questions, they might be featured in this segment, whether they be in the chat or in the Discord server.
For example, we could introduce a game called How Old Was I During This? And then we could then calculate how old Will was during something, or how old
we can also not do that. And that'll be even better.
Can you shut it?
Can you get fucked?
No, and then I guess I'll be doing this. We have I drank all my LaCroix. MAGMA. I'm not gonna do that every time, by the way. It's a final statement before we all GTFO and prepare for the RRR streets.
So what I meant by that is we're going to stop at least half an hour before the show. So there will be an alarm that will go off, and then we'll end the show from there. So it gives you time to have a break before the streets begin. I
think we need one of those. Okay, I already like
that. Go to the store real quick.
It's like, all right, guys, Chris has been ranting about Transformers for about 5 hours now. We need to wrap it up.
He's talking about Macintosh and Black Derek. I don't understand. I don't know who those are, but I guess we're just gonna roll with the punches. Yeah, no. In those 30 minutes to an hour or whatever, you can go take a shower. You can go get yourself a bag of milk. You can go
get a nice cold bag of milk from the fridge.
Nice cold bag.
Nice piping cold. I know temperatures. I know temperatures really well.
Or a bag of grandma's.
Roland, Celsius bullshit. We're not going to do that.
Which?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Majority rules right now, and even if I leave, majority still rules. So Fahrenheit for life.
So guys, I was like preheating my oven to like 30 degrees Celsius. So I was like, no, none of that. You stop that. I was rewatching episodes the other day, and it was Josh, Corey, and Will, and you were like doing the whole Brady Bunch thing, and I don't know why, but it's one of my favorite bits. Just being like, oh hey, what's up, Josh? And Will just being like, hey, can you see me? You're an idiot.
Yeah, Grayson, do you want to do a quick overview of what we're going to do for Ryusoulger today?
Absolutely. So, today's Prognosatsu is going to be our thoughts on Ryusoulger, essentially. As you saw, I posted in the Discord the other day, and if I didn't, that hurts my feelings. Honestly, I don't know why you would just.
We're not supposed to be having feelings. Remember, this is the breakdown.
That's exactly. I'm having a breakdown right now, and I don't know why no one broken. I'm already broken. No, we are going to start off with talking about designs, toys, favorite and least favorite. Oh, by the way, majority rules: you keep the letter U out of the words.
So color is COLOR. Okay,
right.
Not color.
My PowerPoint. I make an Australasian. Thank you very much.
Oh, your PowerPoint is that POUWERBOINT. And no, and we're talking about music. One of my personal favorite topics. It's what got me into Tokusatsu in the first place is the music. And then characters, overall dynamic, favorite and least favorite. Oh, hang on. This is how I have to say it. Favorite and least favorite. Plot. Summary.
Did a New Zealander sneak into the stream?
I think he did. I told you I'm going to be sending you back to New Zealand, you Kiwi.
It's me, James Davies. We're here, talk about the streets. I'm so excited to be here. It's going to be great. Nick John 2 is going to be on next week. It's going to be fantastic. And then a plot. And then, obviously, everyone's jokes in the comments. What plot? Which is hilarious. Every time I hear it. So, it's great.
Controversial day today.
And then finally, we're going to talk about what we want to see in our adaptation of Power Rangers this upcoming year. It's gonna be zoppity. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be zoppity.
Yo,
I don't know why that was so funny.
Hashtag Fahrenheit forever.
He's just making up words now with all the New accents.
Hashtag Team Fahrenheit.
There's not a book called Celsius 451, all right, that you had to read.
That would be like the temperature of the sun, okay?
We're not talking Magic Ranger today.
Yeah.
That's our premise for today. But Roland, what's next?
What is next?
What is next?
Let me just go back. Hold it.
Whoa.
It's
Whoa.
Upgrades.
Whoa, upgrades, and my face is covered. Yay!
Yay! Oh my god. Okay. Who wants to start the upgrades?
I think Rolly, you got to do it.
I think Spring Roland's got to start.
I think
you got to start. This whole operation was your idea, so you got to start.
You literally took all the credit in the intro. You said it was all your idea, so you know what?
Okay. So I've got Kiramager this week. So Land Mage and Sky Mage. They're pretty cool. Pretty small. I took some photos on Twitter in comparison with Zero King, well, the Titan version, the Korean version. But they're pretty neat. Yeah. But what I'm mostly excited about, and I'm pretty sure everybody and their mom knows, is I got myself
fired.
Fired. And
fired.
More like hired.
Got him.
And I got.
That is a good joke.
So, me and Tommy Lulu are right here.
It's me.
Yeah, they're pretty fun. I love these guys. Like, I got so excited when Chris reviewed me on on his YouTube.
I was hoping one day that I could get reviewed by Long's Toys.
Yes, that's right.
Chris just puts Roland in front of the sheet. It's just like, hello everyone, welcome to Long's Toys, and today we're going to be.
And he was saying the toys were beautiful, and I'm like, wow, that's so flattering. I'm like,
Oh wait, hang on. We got to do it in the way he's going to do it now, since we hurt his feelings. Hello everyone, and welcome to Long's Toys.
and last but not least, I got the legend. So Juicy and Memory.
Nice.
Whatever.
That's a juicy
So-
memory. That's going to make for
Yeah.
a juicy memory one day.
So that's pretty much most of the ones I want to show. And now the announcement was I got a second job. I don't know, that's not
Yay!
really what it-
It's one of the ultimate upgrades.
Yeah, apparently
More
so.
money to buy more toys.
More plastic crack, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, Tommy, you're next.
For me, Toku stuff, I got.
Oh, that's true. He reviewed Wheel
Yeah.
Needle.
Oh, that's yeah, you're
Put
right.
Will in front of the sheet.
I just
He
he never showed up after episode 15, so I had forgotten. So you
Oh.
know.
I love that.
Oh,
I don't
haven't
have it.
seen
I
it.
love it.
We'll rant on that later. So yeah, what'd you get, Tommy?
Got the Kiramager changer from Amazon.
Oh, nice.
And then I got the multi changer because I didn't want a water gun for housing. And then also I got calculator because my old one was like weird.
Oh, okay.
So
Sorry, this is upgrades, not nerd grades.
That's what I bought.
Yeah, yeah, that's why we're on a
Sorry,
Toku
I can't-
podcast.
My grades are horrible. I'm no nerd. I can tell you that right now.
I mean, my grades are
What's
decent.
up, nerds?
my Discord intro. What's up, losers? I purposely spell it wrong because I'm extra cool.
or if you're Oscar baby, sup Neds.
And then he's like, the guy that really hurt his feelings is like, oh guys, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Machine calculator. Yes.
Machine.
Yes, I was holding myself.
Yes. Can't demonetize us for that one.
Sometimes.
And then also coronavirus happens.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Apparently.
And, I'm stuck at home.
Yeah,
basically
I'm more
forever.
closer to it than there. Yeah.
And then I have to go back to chem lab on Tuesday. to do Chem stuff.
So you're taking classes or
Sure.
something.
Yeah, just a lab for chem.
So is that a like a downgrade for you, or is it an upgrade for you?
Downgrade, I guess. So,
Really? You're excited
yeah,
about
sorry.
school?
There's nothing downgrading about getting an education, Tommy.
Well, I mean, when you're paying for it, it makes all the difference.
Yeah.
I sparked some good discussion and I pissed some people off with something that I tweeted today.
It's always a good thing to
It was
do.
like all of 5 people, but it was essentially I'm a community.
Hey,
college
that's
student, so
that can feel like an entire angry mob. So
I'm a community college student, so like I'm fine, and financial aid's been fairly graceful on me. I love when people call me lucky, but
like graceful Bullock, if you will.
yes. But no, I tweeted out to all my 4-year college friends. How does it feel knowing that you're spending $20,000+ on being an online student?
Yeah.
Not me.
Honestly,
That's what covered
I
it.
heard like they extending spring breaks over there in the US. Is that true?
Yeah, and
yeah.
some schools in my area are like definitely giving back like meal plan costs and housing costs. We're just not super sure on tuition yet. I hope they at least give back some of that because that would suck. So yeah, Tommy, go ahead or finish up. I'm sorry.
Basically it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it for my upgrade.
That's
all she wrote.
Special.
What about you, Grayson?
So,
well,
let me just tell you. So today,
please
I got paid
do tell.
today. I got paid today, and I was like, my rule is, I got this new job a couple months ago, and I'm like, I'm gonna try and be a little tight, but treat myself at the same time. So put some money in savings, pay what I got to pay. And then I said 1 toy per purchase, 1 toy per paycheck. So my plan was, as soon as I got my paycheck, paid off stuff, was to order the Shot Riser, which is about $50-$55. But then this whole virus stuff happened, this craziness. And I work for a fundraising company that works with elementary schools. So for the next 2 weeks, they are definitely the schools in my state, K through 12, are closed. So I don't know how much I'll be working these next couple weeks. So I'm like, oh, I think I got to put it on pause. I was at Walmart today and I saw a Jack Landers Lightning figure because I always like look in the toy section. That's only $20. It's not going to break me, so that's probably what I'm going to end up getting for this paycheck. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. I bought the Motion Changer last week and I freaking love that thing. It's so much fun. So yeah, there's some upgrades and some downgrades.
Chris,
I bought a box of cosmic brownies today. Medication.
Oh, what's this? I love a bit of a refund. What do you mean refund? What do you mean by that?
Oh,
because
because
for all the money that Josh is paying for college.
Chris, I don't know how I'm gonna work on the cure. I don't know. Chris is calm. They have Tommy working on the cure.
We got Tommy working on the cure. It's Chem Lab.
Chem Lab, yeah.
Lab.
They're gonna just stumble upon the cure while in their Chem Lab.
There we go. That's better.
And last but not least, our Mr. Sir Will.
Well, what'd you get?
Any upgrade?
I wish I had something a little bit more momentous, and I honestly didn't even have it until this morning. But I walked into my desk to find my coworker put this shirt on my chair.
Aww.
Nice.
Yeah, he got it at Kohl's like forever ago. It was like $1.50, and he's like, "Yeah, this wears a little tight on me." And it was funny because he's like a really tall, skinny guy. And
right.
It like fits really tight on him. I'm like, okay, whatever. And he's like, so yeah. So I had that little thing, and I've just been as you can see, I don't have my usual setup. I am house sitting at my dad's house, taking care of his dogs.
Wait, Chris, do you know what company I work for?
What?
Uh-oh.
Take it down.
You walked.
It's fine. I just barely remembered that I'm wearing a shirt with my company's logo on it. I'm like, well, that was a poor decision on my part. It's not like I have a shirt right now that I could cover it up with. There we go. But yeah, so I'm house sitting until I think they come back tomorrow morning. So
Okay. Oh, wow.
yeah. So I've just been here a couple days.
So guys, expect to see Will in a different setup. And
yeah, at least for the streets.
Grandma's furniture that he's helping move today.
Yeah.
He's being late.
she
let me have some soup for moving it for her. So
that is a big one up.
Did she let you have
upgrade I already stuffed up.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, not much else in terms of like Toku purchases. I mean, I have a lot of stuff in my HLJ warehouse private warehouse right now. I'm just kind of picking on when I'm gonna ship it because I think it's the second O's Candy Toy set.
Okay,
I have that waiting to ship out, and I want to throw something else in the box just to make it worth it because I hate just shipping one thing from HLJ. It feels like such a waste.
Yeah.
And then also with all this virus shit right now, I don't know how financials are going to be looking because it seems like every 5 minutes, some business is going to be closing for the next couple weeks.
That's right.
So,
how are we going to give them their paper?
Right? Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, I work for a paper company and, we do a lot of schools and stuff. LA County School District is shut down on Monday. San Diego is shut down as well on Monday. That's a big part of our business. So Yeah. I don't know, man. Work has been
Is it a
slow.
private company? Hopefully they don't they don't go to drastic measures later on down the track.
I mean, I don't think so, but it's just one of those. It's one of those weird times right now.
This is like a worldwide, nationwide thing, so I highly doubt anyone's going to have to get laid off or something like this. They might be out of work for a little bit.
I mean, I imagine they already have policies in place that will make it not that big of a thing.
And that's kind of the only thing keeping me from not losing my gosh darn mind is knowing that I'm not the only one going through this, that a lot of people more grown-ups who have actual bills to pay are going through this. So financials, who knows, maybe the economy will accommodate us. I have no idea.
I think the whole thing is just you just got to keep a level head during times like this, and that's just kind of the thing.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
You are correct. I do need at least 30 minutes. I need a spot of tea. There's an entire drawer of tea bags in there in the kitchen. So
gotta get some big fresh cookies.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
He's got to tell the schoolyard boys to get the hell off his lawn.
Yep. Get the hell off my lawn and get back in that school. Get back to the lawn, start working. I hate this. It's not even that I'm worried about the virus, it's just I'm bored at work because there's nothing to do. It's oh my god, some people are doing everything and some people are doing nothing.
Meanwhile, my sister's a nurse, Roland's a nurse, and they're probably up to their necks in work. Meanwhile,
I can't stay home and work. I have to be at work. It's no, but it's just because it's just the mask thing. It's just ridiculous.
People are stealing masks from hospitals.
Oh yeah, we had to lock up our masks. It's that bad.
I went to a Dollar General once, and they locked up the shampoos, and I was like, "What the hell kind of area am I in? And should I leave?
Yeah.
My car
I didn't know we had a bunch of thieves in this car. Seriously. Oh my god.
What? Brian needs 36 minutes.
Oh, guys, I need to tell this story, and I need to tell this. I do need to tell the story though, because it is really freaking hilarious. It makes perfect sense since Roland is here. So I work for a paper company, and we do carry toilet paper to a degree. Okay, because we stock it for general office use. And if you've been paying attention to American media, I don't know how big of a thing it is in Australia, but everyone's big item is toilet paper for this thing for whatever reason. I think on Monday we were supposed to get in some more into the warehouse. And as soon as it was put in our bin and we processed it in the computer, probably not even 5 minutes later, one of our stores placed an order for literally everything that we had, and it was 6 or 7 cases, and I'm talking big freaking cases of this stuff, right? And so after that day, we had more coming in, right? But we had to quarantine it. Which means we had to stop all our stores from being able to purchase it, and I've had to tell people all over Southern California that have been calling me this week. I'm we're quarantining that item. We're not letting anyone buy it until we figure out how we can distribute it fairly among all of the stores.
No, I was at Walmart today, and all the hand sanitizers are gone, all of it, and then there was a little paper saying, "We are limiting it to 2 per customer now." And I'm it's a little late for that.
Do you guys have fights over there regarding toilet paper? Because we always have it. I don't understand.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Days more common in Sydney, Australia, or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's that bad. There's literally in the news fist fights over toilet paper, and I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I am sure it's at that point. I just haven't been paying attention enough to see it. But the reason I wanted to bring up that whole thing is we ship things out via UPS because we have online orders. So that's how we do some orders. And I had one of our store managers ask me the other day, he's like, "Yeah, hey, I wanted to see about shipping an order to Australia and how much that would cost to ship via UPS." I'm like, "All right, well, what's the item?" And he wanted to ship 40 rolls of toilet paper to Australia.
Right.
And I'm like,
Why?
Okay, first of all, why are we shipping 40 rolls of toilet paper from Southern California to Australia? Like, there cannot be that big of a shortage in Australia that warrants this.
Maybe because all our trees are burnt down. I don't know.
I don't know. And then, like, I told my boss this. I'm like, Richard, what the what is this? Like, why?
fuck,
Well, why this? And he's like, I don't know. Is it for Tom Hanks?
It was for toilet paper and 3 Wilson volleyballs and a baseball bat.
But yeah, I just thought that was like really funny.
That's hilarious. But how much was the shipping then? It must have been expensive.
Well, we didn't end up processing it because I told him, I'm like, listen, dude, just to get, I mean, because international orders are always kind of iffy with us. I mean, we do them, but it's like, why the fuck are you going to get it from us? Like, you could probably just get it because we import a lot of our stuff from Korea. And so it's like, so why would you not just get the shit from Korea? It's closer. Right.
It's more closer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, up there. Yeah, whatever.
Maybe we're just too dumb. We're just assuming that. Oh, if it's from the US, it's more high quality.
I don't know. Well, that's also that store manager, I later found out his girlfriend lives in Australia. So I'm wondering if it was kind of like a selfish type of thing where he was like, he was gonna like place an order himself.
That's a chance.
Like, and send his girlfriend like 40 rolls of toilet paper.
I love you, baby.
I love you, baby. Please wipe for me.
His OnlyFans girlfriend. Send her 40.
One sheet.
One sheet. One sheet equals one kiss from me.
I love you 3-ply times.
I love you 3-ply. Yes.
Oh god.
Oh lord.
That was hilarious.
I have a question. Speaking of shipping, realistically, how much money do you save using HLJ instead of Amazon? Because I like put out an HLJ order, and it was only like with shipping and everything. Like I put in 2 items, and I'm like, I could probably get this in the same price at Amazon, and it could be here in like 2 days. So
is
like,
the Amazon you're purchasing from the US version, or are you purchasing from the Japanese one?
US.
Oh, okay.
But the prices
I feel like in a lot of ways, HLJ is just more so the convenience of everything.
It is,
and then also the private warehouse thing is a really cool feature.
Yeah, I like to.
I mean, the only other site that has that is Big Bad Toy Store, but Big Bad Toy Store is also really overpriced. Yeah. So I don't really buy much from there. So that's just kind of. Yeah. I think it's more so that aspect.
We still get free shipping if we're shipping over from the US. So if you spend over like $79 or something like that, which is fine. I like but Toku stuff I can't get it from. Otherwise Power Ranger stuff I can, but like Kamen Rider and other stuff. Yeah.
Oh my god.
What's up?
Holy shit. This DX0, I'm on Toku Collectibles right now because I want to see if they have a Mosa Blade, and their 01 driver is $95.
USD?
Toku Collectibles, though, that includes shipping.
It does, but it's the same thing. Like, even with that, like, they have to make their money back in some way, but, like, I don't know. Amazon's kind of cornering that market still. Like, I could...
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. People tell me, like, stay away from Amazon, and I'm like, okay, but I go to HLJ and I do this, and, like, for the same price or a couple dollars more, I can have it here sooner. So...
yeah. You understand my predicament.
Like, you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
I was like, but think of the people that are going to be out of work. And I was like, I don't really care. No.
What is empathy? I don't think about that.
That sounds like a them problem.
Yeah.
You're asking me to like wait a week or maybe even 2 weeks for a toy that I can get in like 48 hours. So it's like, help the little man or go fuck yourself. It's like this kind of thing.
So moving on, we're going to go show our selected one-ups. It's on the PowerPoint. So wait, let me show.
Wait, where'd Will go?
Okay.
Will.
There we go.
It's fine. I don't need to be here. It's fine. I am the upgrades bar now.
I have become.
Tommy, do you want to present your favorite one-up?
It is okay.
I picked John because
Yeah.
he had some Ultraman stuff. And that was cool.
Oh yeah, it does look pretty cool.
I like
God.
Ultraman.
Ultraman is
Ultraman's
See
cool.
Elliot with his cape looks pretty cool.
I watched episode 1 of Orb the other day, and it wasn't
Yes.
I love
bad. I
Aura.
watched
It's
the origin movies first, though.
so good.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was amazing.
The music's good. Ultraman music is pretty good.
And I see John's also got myself and Tommy Lulu as well, which is I'm happy with. And Grayson, do you want to
Let's try, aren't you?
favorite?
No, I picked Cody's because it was the only one left. No.
Everybody
There's
gets
only
on
three people.
their one up.
He's working hard at the grocery store right now, selling toilet paper to a bunch of dumbasses. He got Nilius. Hang on, that's too cool of a name not to say in a voice. You got Nilius Ultra from Armored Alliance and an Amazon card for Sunday when Blaze is released. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Looks like a pretty cool, nice purple toy. I enjoy the color purple. Not the movie or the books. I haven't seen any of those. But I didn't want to make any assumptions because of the color of my skin. So, I have not seen or read the color purple. I know, shell-shocked. But
I want you to know that I cared about none of that and assumed none of it. So.
I thought I was being funny, but I guess it just made things a little awkward.
Thanks for that.
Oh, you
Yeah,
can
sometimes, okay, you know what, Grayson, here's where you gotta learn. Sometimes the jokes just don't work, okay? They don't land. Okay, it's just about the recovery, okay? Look, you're either gonna run into the ground or you're not, okay? just okay?
It's funny. Appropriation is only funny sometimes.
And I've got Voids, Mr. OG Old Gods.
Keeps buying toys from shows he doesn't watch.
Yes.
Watch the Sentai and Power Rangers as well,
Not the Sentai. The Sentai is so much cooler. It's more violent. And there's blood and the Jetman. They stood next to beer once.
It's like, Getso Sentai Car Ranger, Sentai. Sentai is serious.
blood-curdling violence.
My favorite Sentai is Tensu Sentai Goseiger. Goseiger's so cool.
Excuse me, it's pronounced Ryusoulger, not Ryusoulger. I will say, when Nihon spelt Ryusoulger with a J, it actively pissed me off.
Yes.
Upsets me. I don't know why.
Out. Yeah, he's got Kiramager. I'm loving all these Kiramager purchases, which is
Mine is on the way.
exciting.
And then I saw it was $90 on Amazon, and I was like, yeah.
Oh wow, that's ridiculous. It's going. What's the actual price? It's like 7,800.
So it's about $70.
Yeah, something like that.
It's not too bad.
Which is
It's like the
pretty.
standard.
Yeah, for a little mecha, I don't know. We'll see.
I think you have to
I
wait
think
until like halfway to show.
Yeah.
So the price goes down.
Or up.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Probably down. Probably down.
So, we're going to be going into breaking hero time.
Oh wow, that was quick. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's
Man, if you take the news out, there's so much room for activity.
Don't do upgrades, 1-ups for like an hour.
That's what I mean. We're not even an hour in, and we did that stuff already.
On a time crunch.
That's true. You're all right. You're right.
So today we'll be reviewing Kiramager's episode 0 and episode 1.
0,
And
1.
then, Kamen Rider 01 will be reviewing episode 26, and we'll be doing an overview regarding episodes 1 to 25, just to say, a couple of sentences on how we feel about the show at this point. And then last but not least, we got Power Rangers Beast Morphers season 2 episode 3.
AKA the 900th episode of Power Rangers, guys.
Wow.
Wow.
Anniversary week on Friday the 13th, and
Yeah.
we're talking about outbreaks and bloody wearing cult masks. Jeez Louise. So, who wants to start off with Breaking Hero time?
Are we just
my
now?
mute.
Are we just talking about like everything in general? Or are we talking about
Breaking
one
Hero
show
time,
first?
we'll start off with Kiramager episode 0.
Sure.
Okay.
I really liked it.
I really like it. It was good.
I mean,
I have not been as in love with a Sentai actress since.
So let's go through like the overall premise of the episode. So we have the Crystalla planet, right? And we got this king with a blue face. What's his name again?
Blue face, baby.
King Oridon.
King Tatiana.
Yeah. And then you've got Princess. What's her name?
I don't even know.
Her name's damn it. I watched it today.
I know.
So
I don't know
I'm
the
very
name yet,
upset with
so.
myself. Oh, Mabushina.
Yeah, that's right. So what happened was, so there was an invasion from the
Polish
evil
army.
empire. Yeah.
The Polish invaded the Rock people. Okay, they killed the Rock King, and then the Polish were like, you know what? We want the rest of the Earth. Let's go ahead and head over.
Let's go back
from
home.
there."
So Mabushina has to collect 5 teenagers with attitude, apparently.
No. Only one of them's a teenager.
Oh yeah. They all look like
Yeah, apparently, even though like Kirame Green looks like she's 12.
I think
but
she's
okay.
21.
like, I don't know if I would trust. I don't know if I would trust Pink to do surgery on me. Like she's only like what, 20?
But she's like the beautiful. Okay, does anyone else think she looks like I'm from Gokaiger? She looks like her older sister.
A little bit,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, you know what? Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. And like the way she presents herself is very
Yeah,
great.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the-
she's all like soft spoken and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So the episode was actually focusing on actually the 4 Kiramagers rather than Red, which is
Yeah,
a
which is
really
good.
great really great opening for like introduction to the show. It's not rushed.
It was a setup episode in a Sentai pilot.
it was a
Do you
setup.
do you realize how fucking rare that is in this fucking
Realize
franchise?
how rare that is.
I think it helps because there's 2 episodes basically for the premiere. It's basically 2-parters.
No, I mean
Yeah.
this was basically.
Yeah.
I mean this was basically an hour-long premiere.
Yeah, basically,
It's
which is
really
good.
Which is what most premieres should be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like when you compare it to others like last year and even the even like
Kiramager's premiere was all over the place. Let's be
Yeah.
I
honest.
enjoyed it to an extent.
It was
But,
like
you mean Q-Ranger? Yeah, it was pretty rushed.
Q-Ranger.
I felt a little bit
It
rushed.
was pretty rushed towards the end, but I was just like, whoa, that's a lot happening.
Because they were rushing all the characters in, and after that they get into the mecha battle already, which is too soon, I think.
Well,
But
it's just such a stark contrast because like last year you saw them try and cram so much stuff into one 30-minute episode,
That's right.
and then like this whole thing, we didn't even get Red barely at all in episode 0. It
Yeah,
was just to set up the main 4 because they knew, oh hey, we want to do all this stuff with the Red Ranger in the first episode, so we'll do
Yes.
it then. You
And
know?
it's very appropriate because like the Red Ranger is obviously usually the main hero of the show, and it's
Mhm.
good that he's shedding light on the others. Like they have some, you give them some characterization, right? So so what we're gonna say? So you have
oh, you go? Or
no, you go.
I think this episode I really like the visuals. I think they're
Yeah.
pretty fun to look at.
Very sparkly.
And
It goes.
I think the way they oh no. Sorry.
No, you go.
So I think the way they shot it too, since it's part of the movie, makes it feel different, sort of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause it's
Yeah.
part of the Ryusoulger
It's,
versus Sentai.
It gives me
I like
off like a retro Sentai vibe. I don't know if you guys got that vibe.
a little bit.
Because
A little
it
bit.
was paced a little bit better. Yes.
Yeah. And
You mean they didn't form the robot in the first episode? Yes.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
I immediately like the characters. I do not sense any some sort of annoyance with them. They all have their own quirks. Like Yellow is an esports gamer. He comes across cocky, but that was meant to be his character. And he's kind of wants to be the leader type for the Kiramagers, right? He's giving off that vibe. Do you agree?
Yeah, and like I do. In episode 1, he was doing a pretty good job of it too. Like being like, hey, like let's try this. He was working with what he had, and I think it was really good. Are we into episode 1 yet, or are we still talking about episode 0? Or can
we're still introducing Pineapple Man.
Oh yeah, Pineapple Pen Man.
Yeah.
So still weird, still surreal. I can't believe this is actually. I do not mind it. The next thing we need in the Power Rangers adaptation of this is Bagel Boss if he gets out of the coma. But if not, I will.
That's gonna be the storyline.
I will take Chuck Testa if they cannot get Bagel Boss. So.
You know how he's gonna be the Zordon in like a little chamber. You know how Zordon was in a time warp. He's gonna be in a coma.
No,
gonna,
Bagel Boss is gonna be frozen like Zane.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna be talking like, "Oh guys, how we need to save the world."
Why is it okay for me to be frozen, Zordon?
On Power Rangers series, all short guys get frozen. It's just a thing you see in general on Power Rangers series, all right?
Rangers in general have said it on frozen sites.
Multiple Ranger sites.
On Ranger boards.
So what do you think about the Kirame stones?
I enjoy them. I don't.
They have a lot more personality than these. So
that's what I was thinking.
I enjoy them. They're like side characters, but not having to like. I enjoy a good voice acting performance. I obviously like Red. I hope Red doesn't get too much focus this series. I like him a lot, but like just from the look of his stone, I'm like, all right, we get it.
Yeah.
Red's important.
It's a pretty big stone too. I feel like.
But he's a fire truck, so it makes sense. And he's like the body of the Megazord, so we get it.
Body and legs. But I like the different. I like to have the different personalities. Like
it might be like engine.
Don't you reckon?
I was gonna mention that. Yeah, it's like Bollinger.
I enjoy their relationships. They all have different relationships. You have Shovelo and Tametomo. Shovelo just keeps talking shit to Tametomo. he's like, what do you want? He's like, hey man, by the way, you're sucking right now. He's like, shut up. You've got Senna and Mach, who is like, I will do anything for you, my lady.
It's
and
like a relationship going on. I feel like they're gonna have
right.
their own cave, their own gangler sex cave. You know what I mean?
Jetta and Oshigiru.
She's gonna be using that Kirame stone for something. All right.
Jetta and Oshigiru like have like a older brother, like a little annoying brother. Like in episode 1, he was like, "Go get him! Hey, can you like shut up?"
It's like, hey, I gotta be the cool blue, so I can't smile till at least episode 20. So.
I love it. The only one that doesn't smile during the end, and it looks hilarious.
Yeah. I feel like Jetta would be like a bit really concerned for his older brother, and like he would be away, and then after that, his older brother will just tell him off, and then they'll have that some sort of conflict that will happen later down the track, and then you have
sort of like to rip there.
Yeah. But I was also thinking, was it also what is it? What's the Beast Bot's name?
Crush.
Smash.
But what's his
Gorosaki.
Gorosaki, I was mean. Yeah.
Gorosaki!
He was a bit of a worry war for his brother, right? So I feel like that.
Oh, you mean Optimus Prime?
I just love how like the strong. I love how they did that on purpose. Like the strongest Buddy Roid is like easily like the most like.
Yeah.
Which is pretty. I like that kind of contrast in terms of a character. Sometimes, and also you have Helico and what's his name again? Yeah, Sayo.
Oharu Sayo, beauty doctor.
I reckon they're like best friends, like two cute little best friends, and later on they're probably gonna have a little fight.
I
and
love
shit.
it. When she knocks Jewel in the bush and she's like, did I just hit something? She's like, I don't think so.
I think you're fine.
Fine.
Just
It's canon.
It seems like I just shot someone. Nah, you're fine. Keep going.
But their fighting styles are actually like I'd like to.
I
touch on
really
it.
like it.
It's so different, right? Like one is a swordsman, the other one's using their speed, which is kind of like last year, but it's different in a way. And then you also have Yellow with his shooting style, which is and is also using some breakdance moves incorporated into it, which is pretty neat.
And this time, it's like the great thing about Senna is that she's just fast, and we won't have to hear "Hayasod" 50 times.
Exactly.
But also Pink, like her martial arts skills are quite graceful in a sense, and she's very sassy, and she sits on the henchmen.
Yeah, she sat on the freaking foot soldiers and
Like she's gonna
okay,
like
so
get
like-
away from me.
So,
But-
like, have you guys seen, like, there's this thing on, like, the dark net. I try to stay away from it, but now that we're on this podcast, I guess it's the only thing I'm allowed on.
it is darknet. Go to the right
But,
place.
like, I'll look up, like, I want to look up some nice artwork of some female characters because I think it's really cool. And, like, not even in that way. It's just like, I want to see, like, the cool artwork. Like, Hedgehog on Twitter did it. His profile picture is of Senna, and it looks really, really phenomenal job. But like they'll do these artwork of female characters and they're like really fat for no reason. Like,
oh wow,
it's a thing. It is a thing. I don't know
Oh.
why.
Don't send it to me.
chubby chases,
What?
Just don't send it.
chubby chases.
No, yeah, I guess so. But like, I'll look up
Is
pictures.
it like that sounds like chubby appropriation?
Honestly, it's like I've already seen like pictures of Senna and Sayo if they were fat, and I'm like, why is it like their guts
I
are
don't wanna-
huge and like they look like Big Cat from Sonic, and I just don't understand why it's a thing. I stumbled across it one day and I was like, I'm very scared and I don't feel safe right now. Is my door
Yeah,
locked?
that's right. Pink is canon from
Canon from
Ghost.
Ghost, yeah.
You can't just say things.
It's a thing. It exists. I'm
We
not.
need more
crazy.
pure episodes sometimes. Yeah, we do.
We do.
Yeah, I hope this trend.
I
kinda-
definitely would not mind if this is a new tradition for Sentai.
yeah.
Yeah, like if they kept doing like, oh, the movies are only an hour. The
Yeah, it
crossover
helps,
movies
yeah.
are only an hour. Let's add like an extra half hour within episode 0. Great.
Mhm.
Now moving on to Red. So he was in episode 0 as well, and but he wasn't. He didn't transform or anything. But based on your first
Damn
impression-
thing.
he didn't do a damn thing. Busy drawing and doodling. But what do you think about him in terms of his like? Are we gonna
in that episode, right?
in the episode and we'll probably talk about it in the next
Yeah,
one.
well,
Yeah.
We have so far gotten like crazy reds these past few years. Like Yamato was the only one who has like kind of like kept good composure about himself, but still been.
Kyrie.
Yeah, but he's still young. Like he's still like Umiko was the youngest one on the team, but like we've gotten like very young reds other than like Keiichiro for these past couple of years, and I'm like the youngest in the team, stuff like that. But and I thought it was like, all right, but I really like Jewel. Like once we get into episode 1 talk, I'm going to talk about why I like him so much. But like,
Yeah.
he's just like he's really cool. He's a nice change of pace. Like he's a refreshing.
I would imagine that based on my first impression with him, that he may come off as very, very exciting at first and very in your face, but later on down the track, I think it will do a slow burn. It might do like Lucky from Q Ranger. So because you know how he was a bit all Yosha Lucky and all that stuff, all hyperactive, but later on down the track in the storyline, he was a bit more controlled, and they use that catchphrase in they plot it in appropriate areas. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Is that how
Yeah.
would you? Yeah. So I was thinking, but anyway, you never know. He could be a crackhead, just like Takaharu. But
I
don't
mean,
know.
it all
man.
depends on how they do it, because I mean that's just what it comes down to. Because Aruto and 01 is very much a crackhead. And
God, I
a lot
love
of-
that man with
in
all
a
my
lot of
heart,
ways.
heart, soul.
But and usually that's a character I can't stand. You know,
Yeah.
But
this
the way they've presented it in 01 is in a way where it's endearing to me.
Yeah.
So it all depends on how they go about it.
Yeah. And what about the villains? Because they introduced the villains, especially.
Whose fucking idea was it to not finish that guy's mask? did they run out of budget and they're just like, ah shit, we couldn't finish the mask. He keeps falling off. Ah fuck it, just paint his face.
I just love it because ADR and it's just like episode 1's like, are you ready? Yes, I have done this to my best abilities.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
No, Josh, you'll be finishing Kiramager, okay? Come on. Finish the show.
I don't even entertain Josh anymore. You know what?
Dude, if you don't finish this, I'm gonna break up with you.
I do not even have the patience.
I forgot we're breaking hero time. What am I doing? I just realized
breaking hero time is the upgrade from superhero time.
I like how I'm sure they didn't do this on purpose because they're just not smart like that. But like there was kind of a callback to Car Ranger and their first battle, in their first morph. Like pineapple apple pen guy created a fake.
Oh yeah.
That
was actually funny because I had just very recently watched the Car Ranger premiere, and so it's like I saw that and I'm like, that's the same thing. They're still doing the same tricks all these years later.
It's like, we've got to do it for him. Let's race. Ha!
Yeah.
Stuck with me forever. It's like,
But I liked how it was a simulation. Like it wasn't just like straight into a battle.
Honestly, nice twist. Honestly, I like that.
Yeah,
and he wasn't like a jerk about it. He was like, I'm sorry, but I wanted to make sure you guys were ready, and now I don't have any doubts about you guys.
Yes.
I feel like you're in good hands.
And I liked how the Kirame stones communicate at the same time while they're in battle, which it adds an extra touch to the actual character dynamic, in the show. So you have 5 and 5, working together. I like that. It's we haven't had that in a while, I don't think. Since Go Anja, have they done that? Go Anja? I don't know.
Yeah, they did.
The whole partner thing.
Yeah, but like
during
during battle, they kind of were with the.
There's an episode where like Speeder's like, "Fuck you, Selsuke."
Like,
he said that. He was like, "Fuck you," and then he flew away.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Are you the aerosol of us, Will? Is that confirmed?
I like aerosol.
I don't know. I have hair, so I don't know if I can be aerosol.
I like aerosol.
I'm not trying to be mean, but that's just an observation. Aerosol
I was rewatching old RRR Streets episodes for the past few days, getting ready. Sometimes I forget how funny I am. No, but I'm just watching an episode and it's like Corey made a joke about Chris looking like Zordon, and apparently I said, "You're just saying that because he's bald, you racist."
Oh yes, yes, I remember that.
Like, I completely forgot I said that. 1000%. Send Boston.
So episodes 1 then.
Yeah, episode 1.
So the focus is on Red.
Juru?
I just call him Jewel because that's what they're going for.
Jewel?
Oh, see, I don't even get stuff like that because like Japan has such weird fucking names sometimes, but that makes perfect sense.
I did not know that.
So
is though that is not a thing. It's not in my head canon from Ghost.
Wait, guys, random topic. Did you know that Wolzard stands
Wolf and Wizard? I didn't get that though.
I didn't get it.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Oh god! Oh no!
What the fuck?
I saw it on Twitter.
It's been more than 10 years. How the fuck have I never pieced that together? What the hell?
Oh my gosh! I'm just like, that's cool. Just...
There are 2 types of people in this world. There's me, and then there's Grace.
Like, hey, oh look, cheddar cheese is on sale for like 25% off. Brian, oh my
Holy cheddar cheese is on sale.
Excuse me, sir. What?
Where are
I will fucking end you.
Our worlds are in danger. My tummy's
Episode 1. Of
Yes.
Kiramager.
Yes, episode 1 of Kiramager.
I really like Jewel, and here's why. He is a kid in school who's like typically always zoning out, and I don't know. He's like doing his own thing. Quick side note: I want to say this before I forget. When he draws and like everyone's looking at him, I feel like that's me jamming out to like Toku music in my car, or like when I'm playing with a Toku toy. That's just essentially what I would look like to someone else in person. Woo! Yeah! Like, I absolutely love that about him, though. But no, he's a kid who gets picked on in school. He zones out. He is who he is. He's the oddball. And like, you think he's gonna be this loudmouth guy, but like when they confront him, he's like, no. I can't do this. They're amazing. I'm not. He doesn't believe in himself. Usually all Reds are like, let's do this. I'm so ready to go. But he's like, I can't do this. No, you're the wrong guy. I can't do this. And they're like, and Fire, his Kirame Stone, but now his name is Fire, so we're going to call him Fire, is like, no, there's something about you. Literally, everyone else is writing him off, like, except for him. And he's like, no, there's something about him. You're all wrong. And I'm going to prove it to you. And like by the end of the episode, he's like, I mean, I'm not everyone's convinced by that point, but like he starts to believe in himself, which is like really good. And like I kind of came to the conclusion of like, you know, hey, even if everybody else in the team believed in him, what good does that do if he doesn't believe in himself? So he had to come to that decision first before anybody like, and like the whole team has not accepted him yet. If you saw the preview for episode 2, but like he's learning to get there. Like now he's like a Kiramager, but now he's supposed to be the leader, and now he's like, whoa. Once I don't know if I can do that. So now it's like, you know, he's a kid who has low self-esteem, but like I don't know. I really like it. I really like what they were going for. I think they executed it very well, and I am very excited for what's to come. Also, I love how he's just completely ignorant about who Yellow is in every single way.
Yeah,
that was the
He's
best.
not even being a jerk about it, but Yellow thinks he's being mean. Jules just really like, hi, who are you? I don't know who you are. Oh, and Yellow.
And then when he's making the Zords,
Like,
he's like,
Yellow.
you know what? You're yellow. So I'm going to give you a construction car.
And he's like, "Just my color? What about my skill set?" But I like Shovel. He looks cool.
Yeah.
Imagine he did like match a skill set to him. What
It would be a gamer girl bathwater.
It'd be a fucking Cybertruck or something.
I would think it's more like a tank, an army tank. Because it
Yeah.
shoots.
Oh, probably a tank. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
But
I don't see that happening.
yeah.
But- Yeah.
I will say though, it was cool the way they handled, because you know they always do the little promotional toy, but I dug the way they handled that, where it was just like, oh yeah, I can use my imagination to turn you into whatever I want. So you're gonna be a car real quick, okay, and then now you're a fire truck.
One thing I also hope is that Red's eventually, like, Red's obviously going to have the strongest Kiramental, it's so obviously, which I have no problem with. I like Jewel, but I just hope the others like learn as they go and like up their Kiramental in some way to where they might be able to like, oh, Senna's like maybe breaks new waves in speed, finds other way to do speedy things like think faster or something like that. Or
I'm also wondering if they would even. I wonder if Sentai would even be bold enough to even attempt this, and just give the main 5 Kirame stones like new forms, maybe halfway through the show.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe like in Geki Atsudayo from Ninja.
Yeah, just kind of do that type of thing. So
Yeah,
that way-
say what you want about Ninja, that storyline was actually pretty cool. They're like, we have to make our own Zords. How are we going to do it? And it's like we just got to figure out creative ways to do it. They got to figure out maybe when if Jewel ever teaches them or they learn to like change things on their own that they can imagine. It's like, cool. We need new power. Let's change our Zords. Like, I want this. I want this. Like, yeah, who knows? Maybe not, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe they'll do that and a bunch of auxiliary swords. We'll see. You know, it's still we still got a whole year.
And I like the fact that they don't all have the same weapon set. So, for example, blue and green have the swords, and then pink and yellow have the blasters, and then red has both. Which is, like it's quite different to the previous Sentai where they all have like the same weapon set, and they use the same. Like back in let's say example, like in
Gokaiger did something.
Gokaiger, yeah, they did some weapon exchanges.
Switch with me,
and then it just gets weird with them.
Sort of, but
yeah.
it was
And
unnecessary.
I'll also note that I think this the imagination concept is better well done than Tokuger, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because like Tokuger's imagination was more like in the finishes and stuff, rather than rather than
I think it was more of a meaning, like a
yeah.
a motto for them. Like, yeah, we got this. Imagination, guys.
Yeah. Fights were cool. What about the mecha? What did you think of the impressions of the mecha?
That was a really entertaining mecha battle for being a bunch of vehicles.
I'm
I
happy
love
they're
how,
not
like-
CGI.
I love how like planned and specific it was. Like they like right off the bat, the 5 of them have good synergy because it's essentially 10 people working together instead of just 5. So it's like, Mach and Senna are like, all right, we're gonna stop the faucet, or like we're gonna plug it up, we're gonna wrap it up. It was just really good teamwork. And even in the moment while Yellow may not like Jewel that much, he was like, all right, time to finish it off. Kirame Stone Bomber, and they're like, let's do it. Like let's save the city. I'm glad they can put their differences aside right now for that.
Yeah.
And that may work well now, and I feel like that later on down the track that they may be working at a synergy. There could be a little side story that may happen between Yellow and Red, because you could already tell that they're going to be some sort of jealousy.
I feel like they're going to touch on it in the next episode because they're going to be talking about.
I think
the
it's
leader's
going to be between Green and Red from Magi Ranger. Kind of in a way of
the older brother.
Being like, I'm the leader, and it's like, you didn't hear the plant. You're at the end of the line, bitch.
Don't you get it? You see the helmet? I am the Red Kiramager.
I'm Red Ranger, and that's in order.
I did like how in the episode the Mabushina, right?
Yeah.
She was like saying, Jewel is like my dad because he has a strong man.
Yeah, so there's a bit of foreshadowing.
What an artist is, because I'm watching that scene. She's like, "You can just create things." I'm like, it's drawing.
So he's more like, do you think he's like a seer or something like that? Like he predicts?
Yeah, I think he's like some sort of like prophet for the people.
Yeah.
Because like
from the Crystalia Empire.
Well, because I mean, he drew her uncle in episode 0. That was the picture he was drawing. So I think he's like somehow.
So basically, Jewel is Kevin Tran.
Exactly. Tommy gets it.
No, but like I at the end of the day, I see what they were going for. But like when I was watching that scene, she's like, "You could create things, but you didn't see them," and it's just like, no, it's called drawing. I put it up here. I put it right there. It's, for example, I can draw a picture of the sun during the nighttime. But that doesn't mean that I can make a fire truck appear.
Holy shit! You drew this, but the sun's not even out. It doesn't come up for a few hours.
We're gonna say my care mental's pretty good.
Incorporation.
And the villains were, they didn't do that much, but you could see that like one of those crazy as the one revealing the mouth. I forgot his name.
Yeah,
kind of creepy as. And but I look forward for the main guy to step out of the ring and start.
Yeah, I mean it's very very clear that those two are just generals, and there's a clear bigger bad. But I mean they seem fine for now. Hopefully,
I hope
I just want the villains to do more this year. That's all I want.
I do want the villains to actually shine as well.
They're walking in, I feel bad for the suit actors in their base because they're walking in water. Like they're
Right?
and I'm like,
it's like, did someone forget to call a plumber because there's water all over your floor?
Garza, you need to plunge it. All right, I'm not touching that. This water black. I don't want to talk about it.
I don't know whose idea it was to put all those Kirame stones in the toilet, but get them out.
But it was the lower one. It's like this big. I don't care.
And also, I didn't expect the main general to be the Oriden's brother, so I think that will cause a lot of conflict later.
So it kind of looks like a Lion King situation, right?
Or like Kiramager. I think like Kiramager.
It's like he might end up being good later down the track. Do you?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I want Jewel to stab him in the chest.
I think they'll turn him good and then kill him 2 minutes later.
Yeah, maybe.
Because
What
that
happens
sounds
if
like
he is
flipping
Drew?
Well, those are negative thoughts, and we're gonna keep them. All right, we're gonna only speak happy things into existence this year.
But yeah,
sorry, I'm incredibly jaded.
Jade, that's a kind of gem. See, see, we're working through it. It's a process.
But overall, it's a really good episode. I look forward to next week.
Yeah.
Oh, last thing, ending dance slaps.
Yes, I can't stop.
Pat for the most part.
Like, I will take that Kiramager stuff over
Ryusoulger?
or whatever the fuck that was.
This dance is so much better.
Right? It's just
It's
so
catchy.
good. Especially like Red's move that he does. Like he's like, he like breaks his fucking legs. It's fucking great.
My
leg.
It's like, Jewel, this is the 5th time you've broken your leg. I can't stop doing. I can't.
Look, I do it every Sunday. Okay.
Look, man, I can't just do this over and over again.
Right.
They give me the hard stuff.
I just like the individual dances. Like it's for each of the characters. It just
it's like
feels. I think it's already been confirmed, but I don't know. I kind of just want it to be the regular 5, and that's it. Like I don't want them to do all the.
No, they're gonna do more, man. I think they're gonna do
more. Probably the machine weapons as well. Come on, they're gonna have a.
This is gonna be roller.
I mean, there's at least 3 verses in that freaking ending song. You know,
they did it with Ryusoulger. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it for this one. Do you know what I mean? With a different animal.
Yeah, Ryusoulger wasn't too hard, but the thing with Ryusoulger is that like, see, I don't want it to be like Kiramager where they do like 25. I don't want that. I want
that. I want that. You're so
paraplegic. Oh my God. Where did that come from? Oh, breaking his legs. That's actually so there's a Degrassi edit where Rick uses the Mosa changer to shoot Drake in the back, and it's so paraplegic. Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, that's a good discussion. Yeah, looking forward to episode 2 next week. It looks like Red's leadership skills are being questioned, and Yellow.
What? Groundbreaking stuff for a Sentai. I've never seen that before, but it looks really nice.
All of season 1 of Beast Morphers will be streaming on Netflix as of the 15th.
Yay!
Last year.
So
now Corey can get caught up for the stream.
Oh yes!
Oh, finally!
Oh, it's Beast Morphers time. Oh, it's barbecue time, baby. Wonton, fix me up a plate. And he's like, "Oh, you better ask your mom. I'm busy right now."
01, episode 26.
01.
Can I just say that, like, at the beginning, also, I'm very much in love with Noah Tsuruhima, I believe is her full name, as the actress who plays Izu. Shut up. She is easily in the 26th episode. She has done the most adorable thing ever. She's when like Aruto chugged the tea and put it down.
Oh yeah, and then he does
and I'm like, oh my god, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen. She's like a puppy. It's like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She is actually one of the greatest heroines in lately. I mean,
I got up some pretty good shit last night, so let's go easy.
I think once the show's done, maybe
it depends. It depends what she's probably doing later on. I mean, we still have long-haired Izu later on, right?
Yeah,
sure.
So this episode,
and then Valkyrie still has plenty of time to maybe do something.
Oh yeah, that's
We're
right.
working on it. She's starting to see. She's like, look, man,
Yeah.
I just would like to see. She's eventually going to become a raider, so I need to see what exactly she owes him for her to go that far for him.
Yeah, what's the blackmail?
I need that.
Yeah, because like you,
But
yeah, you know it is.
I'm the blackmail, but in the terms of we need to figure out what that is. No,
yeah,
I like how Aruto. I'm sorry, I'm gonna let everyone else talk in a second. I really like how Aruto like kind of scolded one of his Humagears for the first time today.
Yeah, so there is a flaw, in the Humagear, and he acknowledged that
stuff.
Which, like, I mean, that's pretty realistic because I mean, machines can make mistakes as well, right?
I mean, machines can only do what they're told and what they're programmed to do. That's what separates them from humans.
Yeah. And when the captain like told him what he did wrong, he was like, "Okay, achieved singularity."
Yeah,
that happened.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So it was a firefighter special episode, wasn't it?
This is definitely one of the weaker contests. I kind of the Dragoon just commented. He said this arc sucks so much. I don't know if it like sucks, but it's definitely like I want it to be done already. I definitely think we should be past this already.
Yeah, that's what
I think you're teasing like Mystical Jinrai's like comeback. So it's
the thing that gets me is that like how little repercussions there seems to be for Zaya Enterprises.
That's what I was thinking.
Because fucking what's his name Thouser can just throw a fucking Raid Riser on the Humagear on camera, turn him into a Raid Rider, and yet Zaya is not going to see any repercussions for that.
He just
really
they write him so well because he just gets under my skin.
Yeah, like I mean, they're doing a very good job. I hate him. Yeah, he's an awful person. Like.
And it's like, I know Aruto's a public figure, so like, but there are just so much moments like today when like he gets in his face. I'm like, just punch him! Just punch him in the face!
That's all you gotta do.
You almost killed him last week. Just punch him in the face.
Right? Like you slashed him once. Why don't you just slash him 3 more times?
You slashed him twice.
Why did you just use the technique in Beast Morphers episode? Just tapping the shoulders and one slash.
Yeah. Tap. Yeah, and you're dead.
Like if we're moving on in terms of story, the battle, I have a gripe with that because
with Vulcan?
Corey, no, I forgot that happened. I love Fua, but he's just the punching bag of the 3 of them because they're not going to do that much to a woman on camera. So unless it's a female villain doing it, so there's that. Yeah. But Fua is just there to get his ass kicked until Gatling.
Basically.
The battle after that, I understand Corey touched on it either last week or a couple weeks ago of like Aruto uses like smaller forms because he doesn't want to hurt the Humagears. He wants to restore them. Restoring them is the last thing he wants to do. But now that he's got the Progress Hopper key,
he could just
he needs to go into it. Like he eventually did it today. Like he saved him. That was a really badass moment, I will say. Like when Guy was like, I'm gonna kill him, and he quickly did Metal Cluster Hopper, and he's like, no, you're not. He works for me. I will protect him. Like that was a really good moment for me of just being like, you're weaker than me. Remember, So yeah, that was cool. Thoughts?
Yeah.
Everyone else thoughts? I need to stop talking for like 10 minutes.
That's all right. Yeah, no.
For me, I think there's a lot of teasing this episode, especially with the scene with Fuwa finds out about how Hirobi got out, and
Yeah.
and then they're teasing ooh, who's the
mysterious hooded figure? Ooh.
It big of me.
Yeah.
And I feel
a nice little twist though, because there's more layers than just Metsubo Jinrai.
Mhm.
Because Jin is just oh no, I don't serve the arc anymore. I moved past that.
I'm Metsubo Jinrai org. We're a more trusted URL than you.
Yeah. We got a few comments in here from Shitty Opinions.
Yeah, I guess.
So,
you want to start with Not Ultra first? Regarding
all right,
Zero?
so Not Ultra, I do agree with you saying, oh yeah, the Yaiba is very confusing.
Yeah.
Because she hasn't done anything at all.
Mm.
Since sort of, we got bits and pieces, but I just wish we get why he works with Zai.
Yeah, I agree, because we should be actually touching.
She can't
base on
even tend to someone's leg without Guy just being no, you need it. You're not part of AIMS anymore. Get out of here. It's motherfucker, leave her alone. Let her do something. Jesus.
Here's what I think happened, unfortunately. I think that they're building it up too much, and why she owes him isn't really going to be that good of a reason. I could be absolutely wrong. This show has been awesome so far, so hopefully they don't let us down. But yeah.
I wonder what's holding her back, or
and why did she hate Hidden? She kind of hates Hidden in a way, but it's never really.
Really?
Sort of.
Yeah, as I don't
not
know if
as much as Fuwa, but I think there's some kind of dislike towards the Kamen.
Yeah. So she's probably have some sort of vendetta.
Spend my progress key in peace. I don't want to do these bad things.
Yeah, so I've got Ryogno. He's been saying things about Fuwa could be a sleeper agent. So that may be the case. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things going on. Why is he so I remember there was an episode where Guy was he had some sort of plans for him. Remember that episode where before Metal Cluster Hopper that he was some sort of the center of something? What he had some plans for him in an episode? I don't know.
I mean, that'd be definitely interesting if this guy hated Human Gears this whole time, and we find out he ends up becoming one.
Becoming one. That's what I was thinking.
That would suck.
Right?
Basically, iRobot.
I mean, we haven't had any androids yet, like cyborgs, mixture of human and
Jinzo Ningen.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, so that would be an interesting thing if he were to become. I don't know. We'll see down the
and
track.
Then how Jin has a new Gear piece that's
yes, that's on Premium Bandai for 7,700
gear piece.
It's just a little earring that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, looks like a hearing aid.
What did he say?
What did he say? They're selling progress keys.
Progress keys.
Yeah.
But I really like the fight.
Your memories.
I really like the fight with actually Jin and Fuwa. I actually like when the progress key is attached to the chain, and I hope that's going to be an item later on.
That's another Premium Bandai item. That's the next one.
Yeah,
after your little progress spinny do for the AIM set.
And what else? We need to touch base.
And apparently the Dragoon and Ryuguno are the same person. Yes.
Oh, okay. Hello. Didn't know that.
Cody Wilson.
Now we know.
Cody Wilson.
I don't know who that is. That definitely sounds made up.
Excuse me, Cody Wilson. What month did you place your review? Hang on. I cannot read it from here, so I'm gonna pull it up on my phone.
Yeah.
So Cody's review, and why the hell not, Cody? I'll throw in some other good stuff for you. No, I'm not. But he said, "Guy's a real jerk." Very much agreed. Yaiba/Yua, those are both her names. So yeah,
both are right.
He's a real cheater, forcing her with the belt on Uchi. He's true. He's, I mean, that's one thing I'm liking. Guys getting scared. With Metal Cluster Hopper, like screwing himself over with that, thinking that was his idea, being great. It now, 180 on him.
Now he's like, shit, he can finally lay a solid hit on me now.
He can lay a solid hit on me now. Not to mention, we've already lost one of these contests, and if I need to take over Hidden.
Yeah.
Right now, and he's getting a little worry wart. He's in the first one, he reprimanded someone for cheating, but now that he knows there's a chance that he could actually lose, he's like,
now he's just fucking cheating.
Yeah, he's just cheating. He's like, well, he's a civilized way. Guess not. I'm gonna just adjust my turtleneck here, and we are on our way.
Let's operate at max douche capacity.
You just see his floppy, swooshy hair, and that's it. Just turtleneck.
Douche rise.
Douche rise. Presented by Saya. Yeah. Tommy, you want to do not ultras? Did we read that one already?
We just did that.
Whoops.
I think we read everyone's, but
we read some.
I just want to say to wrap it up real quick, I love 01. I love what they've done.
01.
I just think this whole contest arc needs to be done. I think it ends next week anyway.
Yeah.
So I think we're good. But I'm ready for it to be over so we can move on into something better.
Is that your
because
theory?
I know
you think Zaya's
I really like episodes 1 to 16. Like it was more about the Metsubo Jinrai, and all their shenanigans, and then this tournament arc. Would you say it's a tournament arc, kinda?
Basically.
It's kind of dragging on. It should have It should have been ended at a couple of episodes.
It started at it's only been a month actually. It started at episode 21 because Guy didn't get introduced until episode 20.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like this tournament arc thing is just it hits.
I think some of them have been 2 episodes when they don't need to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But not
to play devil's advocate, I will say if they had just been doing the contest and that's it, I would have been really bored. I'm glad they're doing story within the contest. Kind of had to put this on pause for a little bit. Yeah. I like how they're putting it in there instead of just doing it straight up because I think that would have lost momentum. So that's a really cool thing.
I like it when they touch base on what's the next plan for Horobi and Jin's back and Yua's changing her perspective and Fuwa's changing his Fuma changing his perspective. You know what I mean? It's and Aruto is still defending the human gears, but he's also on the side of humans at times. You know what I mean? He doesn't want anybody to get hurt. He wants to live in harmony and all that, which is pretty.
It's also good that he's realizing that they have flaws as well.
That's right.
And that they aren't perfect. So.
Yeah, when he scolded him today, being you didn't know this, neither did I, but also get your shit together. That's what I really liked.
Also, Metsuborgin, right?
Nerds. I had a thought. Lost it.
So that was
Beast Morphers.
Yeah, Beast Morphers. Have you
Power Rangers Beast Morphers?
I did not analyze a lot in this episode. It wasn't really.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really long.
James Davies showed up.
Yeah, James Davies. Yeah.
I joined his Facebook Live a couple weeks ago. He said my name, and I nearly pissed my pants.
Nearly.
Yeah, I mean, this episode was kind of. I will say it's been the most I'd say the most preachy
as well.
out of all of Beast Morphers, maybe.
I said
Like,
last week was more
I think
preachy.
in terms of the moral.
Yeah, I think
Just
the
because.
best... Oh, go well. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Tommy.
I think probably the most interesting part of the episode was like Mary Daniels. I was like more intrigued about that.
And I dug that because I think if the episode would have just ended at where it did, like with the whole let's take a selfie, that's it, and not with the whole Mayor Daniels thing, I think I would have not liked the episode as much because at least with that, and I know it's a very short moment, but at least with that Mayor Daniels stuff at the end and it being revealed as Evox, and I just want to point out how fucking cool that would have been if they would have billed the 900th episode of this fucking show, the episode that we find out that Evox is Mayor Daniel. But whatever, we got to make a trailer, I guess.
Guess what? Next week, James Latham is going to come. And he's gonna we must return the Earth back to its age.
But where was good Blaze and Roxy in this episode? Like, why would they? It would be nice if they were present to the.
I mean, they were in the episode technically.
I mean, I would even be fine with them kind of like just being in the background, but the thing is, like, they struggle with side characters so much, at least this current writing team does. Because, I mean, we even saw it in this episode with Ben and Betty, where they couldn't find something useful for them to do. So they just kind of gave them... Because, honestly, it's cute that James came back early and they put on a bad wig and a mask or whatever and gave him a really bad accent.
I just love how I just wake up, and I didn't see it till like the next couple days, and just the entire Legion's like, that's James Davies in a wig, and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know. It looks like
but yeah, and like the whole thing with Chris, let me remind you for when we go live.
What do you say?
Now you know what happens because we're breaking it down to you.
Yeah, exactly. We're breaking it down. We got right before the streets. But like the idea of the video game competition was nice. I like that.
Esports.
I don't think they had to do a thing where like her brother was injured or something. Maybe she just needed the prize money for something. I don't know. And then like
to make up for her last tuition because
or something. Like just to like get out of like a tight spot or something. I don't know.
Jam.
And then like the whole way they approached her finding the glitch in the game, I don't think that's necessarily wrong because
in the game.
That's not her. That's the developers that they created that glitch in the game, and if she found that and if she's using that, that's part of the game. So I mean, Devin could have easily used that move and didn't do it, but he didn't play the game enough, so he didn't do it.
After he could have morphed during the rematch, he could have just been like, oh, well, that's interesting. Cool. He could have just been the first move out the gate. It's like, how did you know?
And I think like, and I honestly kind of would have preferred, because I mean, it would have been the same outcome. Ultimately, at least morally, if she wouldn't have cheated, but still beat Devin. Because I didn't think Devin needed to win.
Devin Daniels is the best gamer in Coral Harbor.
Like, it would be nice if she won
Yellow.
Like in fair and square. That would be more,
I think that would have been more meaningful, because then she would have realized, she would have had a little bit more confidence in herself, and then she would have also proven to her brother, she's like, I'm a kick-ass gamer, and I didn't need to fucking do the glitch to kick his ass. Yeah. Give me the $5,000, Mayor Daniel's son.
I would have loved it if she just would have won and was like, ha! Fuck you! Suck it!
Like, come on, Tommy, limp this way. Let's limp out of here. Let's go get you that surgery.
Okay, I can't.
You're going to be playing soccer tomorrow, god damn it.
It takes 6 weeks to recover.
I said you're playing tomorrow.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're gonna be going to hit the balls with your sticks, with your crutches.
Yeah. So
I felt it was a little preachy as well, like with the sea creatures kind of thing, which is which is normal. I mean,
It's normal for this era of PR, and that's why it's kind of nerve-wracking for me.
Yeah,
Because
and I hope it dies.
I'm sure plenty of people have mentioned this. I wouldn't know. I barely pay attention to what people say anymore. But I know some people have been mentioning it's like, oh, the super season syndrome, where they start just doing random nonsense, and I kind of felt that way because it was the way Ben and Betty were interacting with the plot. They just kind of gave him some Victor and Monty level style stupid thing to do in the side while the Rangers do the thing of the day. And that's fine. But like I said, the big thing that made it different was at the end where they threw the little twist with Evox becoming Mayor Daniels. And we got that revelation in the episode. So I think if they're going to keep doing this formula, at least give us little story bits throughout that are building towards something, because at least then when you start doing bigger things, they fit more.
Yes, because even
not just have it be a thing where, oh hey, all of a sudden important shit is happening.
Yeah, because even some of the worst seasons of Kamen Rider, that's kind of been the Kamen Rider formula. You know, you do a whole silly storyline, but then at the end they're like, oh, Mrs. Robertson is the Zodiac's killer.
Yeah,
just stuff like that.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't turn out like that way.
I think Ultra's right.
Yeah, because it's been the past 3 years. How many times the second season has done like significantly worse than
it's literally every season that Dino Supercharged.
I hope this.
I mean, arguably Super Mega Force too, but it doesn't even count because it didn't even seem like they were trying at that point.
Yeah. I watched a couple Super Samurai episodes because I will cover your ears. I was 12 when I watched it, so my
I was probably 13.
My criteria wasn't super high at that point. I was just like, it sucks because I watched Shin Kendra.
I mean, even by today's standards, Samurai and Super Samurai holds up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's basically Shin Kendra.
I mean, yeah, it's basically Shin Kendra.
That, like, I watched Samurai and Super Samurai before I got into Sentai, so I've watched all of Shin Kendra, but like when I first watched, I'm like, it's the same stuff. What the hell? Oh wait, this came first.
That's how it works.
Yeah. But overall, I mean, it wasn't like a terrible episode. Like I really hate it, but I feel like they should just not keep going at it, and otherwise, you know, the last few episodes will just be all rushed, and I mean, it will be just like.
I get they got to do their little like plot of the day shit or whatever, and that's fine. But I mean, just you don't need to hammer it. Like Becca Barnes and Alwyn Dale, like this is just their writing style at this point.
Yeah.
Because like Becca Barnes and Alwyn Dale need to learn that you don't need to be so blunt with your morals.
You're beautiful.
Like I mean, they did it really good with Mick, where Mick was just telling the Ninja Steel Rangers they were being assholes all the time.
That's my favorite part of Ninja Steel. I have not watched all of it because but but at the end, it's like, oh, I'm so mad. I'm a teenager, and Mick's like, I'm gonna do this. It's like, you can't do that. That's what you were just doing. Face.
Exactly. Like, and that's such a good way to go about it. And I don't know why they have to be so.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Okay. You're 16 years old.
Oh wow. Okay. Hi.
I was.
Shouldn't you be studying for your license right now?
He's not gonna study for anything. He's probably on like a 3-week spring break now.
I still need to get my license.
Otherwise, it was okay. It wasn't.
It was fine.
It was
mean, it's not the best episode, but it was. There's definitely been worse. So.
I want the new weapons to come out, like at least.
You want the new women?
Yes.
I think for me, I hate to compare it to Sentai episodes, but wasn't this the episode with like where like the monster kills basically Hiromu's mom? It's like,
well, no,
he like shows a hologram.
Yeah, hologram.
My favorite episode of Go Busters because I'm an emotional POS. Yeah. So it was the one.
I thought you were a POC.
And I thought you were an LGBT ABC. That's what it means. RSP CBT. That's what it means to me. No, that's it's got one of my favorite Go Buster scores in it. It's one of the scores that if I need a good cry, I'll listen to because it's the scene right before Jin dies. Spoiler alert! For a show that came out 8 years ago.
Sorry, Josh. Someone's younger than you. Oh,
you're not the newest kid on the block anymore, Josh. Get used to it.
New kids on the block weren't even that good anyway. 98 degrees for life. No,
I like this guy.
No, but it's the one where like the projection monster he shows like Hiromu's parents and like there's Christmas music playing in the background, like it's so good. And then like one of my favorite, I'm a sucker for the whole like Sentai scream and fight critique because it's like he just uses the regular Beast X cannon, but he's screaming while he uses it, and all the Go Buster lights are red around him, and he's like, ah! And it's so good. And I'm like, oh, it was great. That's one of my favorite Go Busters episodes. And then they used him for this, so that's awesome.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that was it. So
next week
we've got 30 minutes. Ultraman? No. 30 minutes.
Prognosatsu.
Hang on.
Prognosatsu.
There's so many times where I accidentally typed porn at the beginning of this word when trying to.
Oh my god!
Hang on, I'll be right back. I gotta fulfill a wish real quick. I'll be back. We gotta break it down.
Oh shit! I'm afraid of what he's gonna come back with. All right. Well, in the meantime,
Ryusoulger.
Let's talk about Ryusoulger. Let's go.
So talking about
it's a controversial show. I see a lot of love for it. What do you say?
It's like divided.
It's very you're either one or the other, I feel.
Yeah. You're not in between.
Unfortunately, I feel like I'm on should I say the minority? I don't really
it's like 50-50.
Yeah, it's pretty even. What the fuck is he wearing? Is that a blazer?
His blaze. Black blaze.
So RRR episode 35, 12 cents. Let's break it down play by play. All right. So in this episode, they don't have a name right out the gate, but we're talking about 36. The 36 keeps coming up. Episode 36 is next. It's tonight. What could that mean? Play by play. Excellent call by Brian. I think he was drinking a Baja Blast that night. Let's just circle it out. So it's just playing. It was a really good episode. Good team synergy. I think that was the night Corey had some barbecue. It was just really solid, great stuff. And I can't wait to see more. Back to you, Roland. What's out there on the field? Yes. I hope Chris is having a field day right now because it's exactly what he wanted.
He just commented, "This is my dream," and so yes. Oh my god. Yes. Love it. I love it.
Prognosatsu. Let's go over this.
All right. I feel like 30.
Let's
we can do this. We can do this.
All right.
Not much happened, so we can do this.
Yes.
Lightning speed, guys. Lightning speed. Let's do
Booster
it.
speed, everybody.
Highest soul to
You. So.
So what do you think about designs overall?
Very pretty show.
I do like
Good
the night
job.
designs. The armors are, I don't know, they just look very samey to me, to be honest. Like the single arm, not the
the
I don't like the
single arms.
single
They
arms.
did not need to make as many of them as they did.
That's one of my favorite things about Kanalo and like Six Ranger design. He could just plop it in the Mosa blade and use it. He didn't have to do the whole
Yeah.
But I do really like the best one is Maximum Urusol Red, right?
Yeah.
Like
Guy's story is pretty cool.
yeah, guys, really cool. How about the
Can't say
Noblesse?
Geisborg, that's Will's trigger word.
But what about the Noblesse cape that they were going on with the?
That's a thing that happened.
Yeah. Do you
The
think
what?
it was?
That's a
Oh,
thing that happened.
The Ryusoul caliber?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a caliber.
I like it. I wish more people would have used it. To be fair, they used it on the 3 best colors, so I don't care super much. But
Damn.
And what about Ryusoul Brown, the first Brown Ranger?
That was.
no.
that was
Like,
not
I
good.
mean, I think Chris says it best.
That was-
his IBS soul. Am I right?
It's just
When he does it
a
in his sword, it's like, oh dear God, here it comes.
It was just kind of a wasted opportunity, honestly.
It was like
Like people were hyping it up. I
it was
like,
so much hype, and then after that,
this is why I don't
just
hype
fell
a
flat.
lot of things.
Yeah.
And what about the mecha? What do you think about the mecha?
Mecha are really good, but
Yeah,
the
I
combination.
feel like the Lego concept. It's just that I wish it was more or less like leftover parts. More, it should be more.
It should have been more. That whole gimmick should have been utilized more. I don't know why they didn't. Don't know why they never did it.
Yeah,
And I don't know. That's not really something they can change in the Power Ranger adaptation unless they want to be brave and film their own shit. So
Brave?
yeah, Kyoryuger brave.
Brave?
I would take Kyoryuger brave over this personally, but you know.
Excuse me. The dinosaurs were most prevalent in the Cretaceous period, so if it should be named anything, it should be Power Rangers Cretaceous Knights.
But overall, I like that.
I didn't even know
nice
Cretaceous was a
aesthetic.
word until now.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
You
I
like-
feel
Getting
like
an
the
engineering
nice-
degree, everybody.
Yeah, like the aesthetics are nice, and that's the thing. Like this show had really good aesthetic. It had a lot of good stuff working for it,
Yeah.
but it just kind of failed in a lot of other more important things that can't really carry a show.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I feel like it was a wasted. Like it was like the ninja with the nice suits, and I feel like this time around it's just like it's kind of like that happening over again. But we'll touch more base into the story. But what about the toys? What do you think about the toys?
The changer sucks. That's my opinion. Changer sucks.
I mean, the changer could have been a lot more fun than it ended up being.
I stopped playing the changer like after 10 minutes because like it's just like right there. Like
I
it
mean,
doesn't do anything.
I'm all for this changer being a separate toy,
Mm,
but you need to
do
make
stuff.
it interact. You need to make it do stuff.
yeah.
And the fact that if I right out of the box, I can put one red Ryusoul into it, and then basically be done with it after a minute. That's not a very fun toy. So,
there was an occasion that the red Ryusoul was used 3 times. It was just all in different like uses of plastic, which was annoying.
I feel like
And-
it was more times than
different
that.
sounds.
Even.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's about
Like
to
even
use
the campaign items in magazines, it was still the red Ryusoul.
Mhm.
And then like they didn't even bother exploring more further with the legend. I mean, was that the other the other Dino Sentais? Like they could have done one for Jew Ranger
They did
and
one
others.
random. They did one random Kyoryuger soul, and it's like, okay, so you're not even gonna attempt anything else. It's
Yeah.
like, okay.
And
Oh my
the
God,
sounds have
Operae Soul, and it should have been like Tyranno's voice.
Yes, exactly.
which was a wasted opportunity, but maybe I don't know what excuse they could have with the.
Oh yeah, Chris had a very good point. They did not
Yudo.
finish Yudo with Max Ryusoul Red, so go fuck
see?
yourself.
Also, I've been having this thought for a while now. How many does are there? There's Shoto, there's Sodo, there's Yudo, there's I know, there's we know,
I don't know.
There's
Nano.
Lano. There's
there's
Oh, I
Nano,
know.
Beetleborg.
Yeah, and what about the Ryusouls? Because I feel like they fell flat for me. I don't even remember the names. of it,
I would
and-
compare them to Q-Tama.
Yeah,
There
you're
were
right.
there
Kind
were
of like
so
a
many
dead weight.
where
Don't
there
get
were
me
so
wrong. These babies are nice. The design ones, the actual Zord ones are cool, but the other ones, what's the point? You know,
Yeah,
you get a fun
especially
start.
with the helmet and stuff. Like they could have changed it up a bit. Or
Mhm.
Also, Kevin, 100% right. one of the biggest wastes and letdowns ever.
Yeah, like what's the
Yeah.
point? Why that?
And this is why Josh loves. I mean, is so head held high because they don't match up to Ranger keys. You know. No.
I mean, they have the button that flips them. Ranger keys didn't have those.
Yeah, you had to buy a special kit for that.
Yeah, exactly. Get fucked, Josh.
Those were sticker-ons. Suck on that, Perry.
But I felt like the shield, Gyzog's shield could have been a DX item. Don't you reckon? It could have had sound.
This big. It would have
shield?
been the Ho-Oh shield, so I'm cool without it.
But the mecha line was fun, but however, the official combinations were off.
I think the first wave of Ryusoulger is really good.
Here's my gripe with the mecha combinations. Almost every single mecha combination used this face as the Megazord head. Kishiryu Jets when they combine Pakigaru and Pterodon. I'm like, just use a different head. Use the pterodactyl head because we only have a couple ones for that. You just introduced him. Stop using this. Like, why?
Why this?
Throw it in the trash.
I don't know. I just hate leftover parts. I know that the combinations look nice, but I just can't deal with it. Like, I just want everything else separate. It's either you separate all the Zords, or one big clusterfuck. But I can't deal with separate parts. Like, the risk of losing it, and the risk of it looks weird in the shelf. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fair.
So, yeah, the Zords were fun, but they could have, make better combinations with that.
I would have much rather have a DX Memorial Gaisoken because that has less sounds and everything, so it could have just been easier. Like, they could have just right out the gate helped themselves instead of, stabbing themselves in the back with like a, oh no, are we going to disappoint a lot of people? Probably. But you want to move on to music?
Yeah, music.
Bomba's theme slaps.
His is actually my least favorite.
Really?
Yeah, I love Bamba though. He's my favorite character, but
character themes for Ryusoulger.
Ko's and Melto's are my top two character themes.
See, the problem is I don't pay attention with the music within the show. I only pay attention to the beginning and the end, just because of the reason why I've been watching the show in
missing out.
Speed. Yeah, I may or may not. But I'm not invested. I just can't. I can't. If I'm not invested in the show, I can't be invested into the music.
That's not true.
I can't. It happens. It happens. I don't know.
But the opening and ending are pretty cool.
I really like the opening ending. Their score is a little lackluster. They use a lot of the same score over and over again. Like, it's my favorite score from my favorite soundtrack song from this one is like the one they use a bunch, like da da dun dun da da dun dun. I love that. But like they just use it over and over and over and over again. So I'm like, They had some good sad scores, but other than that, like it was meh.
I like the music that they used for the Ryusoulger Caliber, which is very, very nice, regal themed. And the ending theme was alright. Like, it was fun. It was
catchy.
It was catchy. And it was, what's also nice is when they also got like other actors like from Toku doing it as well, like in a separate YouTube channel, which is kind of fun. Like Star Ninja's actor. Also
he's
got,
like
what is it?
Takawada or something like that.
Cast, they also did it as well. Who else did it? Even Lupat and is it Lupat?
Geo?
Yeah.
Geo's casted.
Who?
Geo.
Oh, yeah, Geo. Yeah, Geo's cast. So that was fun. Like, I hopefully for Kiramager that other Toku actors can do it as well.
Oh, definitely. You're gonna break your ankles.
Yeah.
No.
Just don't get the extra ones to do it. Otherwise, like,
you just need to stretch. Moving on to insert songs.
Insert songs, yeah.
Tagire, there wasn't a lot, but
yeah, it was gold.
I like what we got. The Kishiryu theme was pretty good. I listened to Shinichi Ishihara is like one of my favorite Project R members ever. He sings the Go-Go 5 theme. It's on my workout playlist because I'm a loser.
Whole Soldiers theme.
Huh?
Whole Soldiers theme.
Yep. Whole Soldiers theme. And so that was just really cool. I'm a sucker for Sixth Rangers. So when Golden Partner came out, I was like, oh, this song is a bop. It slaps. This song beats the crap out of me. I can't get away from this song. Please help. Call the authorities. This song is abusing me in ways that I never thought it could. That's how much I liked it.
Nice. What's next?
Characters.
Characters.
Okay. So.
What do you think of overall?
I like them. They're pretty static characters, but they have like their
flaws, I think.
Yeah.
For me, they're alright, but I didn't connect. Like, I didn't have an emotional investment with.
Hot take: Kanalo is the worst Sixth Ranger we've ever had in Sentai.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's the worst. There are some others that I don't immediately.
I just don't see any multi-dimension with him. Like, I don't see him. I just only see him as someone who needs a wife, and he's all awkward about it.
Look, man. All right. He's just horny. All right.
He's just
right.
Look,
all he needs is to get laid, and he'll calm the fuck down. That's all he needs.
And then suddenly he's horny for Asuna.
And he didn't even end
up
just
randomly at the end.
I wish they would have brought back like Mew from Forze's actress, because that was like his ex-fiance. I wish they would have like come together a little bit and like started dating again at least.
Oh, they would have come together, all right.
You don't know if this is Kanalo's first time or not, so
true.
I mean, how many years old is he?
He's
their age.
Ko's 207.
There we go.
Oto is about 141, I believe, and then the rest are just the rest. Bomba's probably in the 300s.
He could wreck me any day.
He could needle crusher me any day.
Yes, he definitely could.
Will Needle. He walks up to Tatsuno Kishida. Hey, Will Needle, and just pulls.
Hey, so Will Needle. Where are we going from here? Where are we going from here?
What? Do you want to buy a hoodie? Is that what you're doing?
Kuro's alright as the Red Ranger.
I enjoy him. He was very level-headed.
Hey?
He was level-headed for the most part. Like
very level-headed. He had some berserk moments, but it wasn't.
He had a nice moment in the finale, which I appreciate.
Did you guys watch the movie?
No.
Well, there's a moment where he's fighting like what comment? Who said what?
Canolinguist.
Ew!
Canolinguist.
Oh no! Oh, give sex on the beach a whole new meaning.
Yeah, it really does.
He knows what it's like to get the ladies wet. With an H.
Well, what about like Tiramigo? He was alright, but
I enjoyed him. I like his and Melto's dynamic. That whole episode in the school, that was fun for me. That was a fun episode.
Salto.
It's Melto. What if we walk?
He just hates quickly.
Yeah.
It's like, I hate your face, Tiramigo.
Hate your face.
It's like Melto is like the Toby. It's like Michael.
Hate your face. I'm gonna smash it.
Asuna, she was.
I enjoyed her.
She had that really great moment in the finale. It was like acted.
She's a really good actress and all that. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I just feel like they could have done more with her.
I hate Asuna. She's a dumb bitch.
Hey, William. She's a strong dumb bitch. All right.
All right. She's a strong bitch. Never mind. Forget it. Just move on. I'm done.
It
I
was
really
just
wish
that-
they would have focused on Bamba and Toa's relationship more, or Bamba's
Yeah, that would.
Master Black earlier. They mentioned their relationship in episode 13 and didn't touch on it until episode 41. So
And then Toa had that weird power.
that's his light.
Yeah, his light. Like, what is that?
I wish they would have brought that up earlier so he wouldn't have to keep going. Hang on, I have a prop now. He wouldn't have to keep going. Highest order.
Yeah, Toa. I don't know. I don't remember much of him now. Like his father.
I mean, he scored more than Kanaro. He got.
Yeah, he did.
He
got the
he
girl.
was a bodyguard.
Yeah, he was the bodyguard.
Is that what they call it now?
Hey Toa, we're gonna go have drink and have sex. What do you want to do? Nah, I'm gonna decode this Walmart app real quick, and then I'll beat you.
But a lot of people like Bamba. Like,
He's probably the best character.
Yeah,
in the
because he's
show.
fucking hot. That's why.
Ryusoulger had easily the best Christmas episode in all of Sentai. I'm just gonna say that.
Kind of debatable.
I like
Ghostbusters.
Melt's trying to be all cool and whatnot, getting things for Oto, and then Bamba's flirting with a preschool teacher, and Melt's like, well, he's like, no.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Shut up. And he's like, ugh. I like Melt a lot. Can someone please take the why are you the way that you are? Dear amigo, I didn't put caprese salad in my drawer. No, I really like Melt and just his whole thing, because like he's supposed to be the smart. He's introduced as like the smart, logical one, but he's easily the most anxious one who cares too much about what other people think of him, which is just really cool.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It
He's
alright
alright.
character. Yeah.
I like
He's a wise
him.
guy.
He's
But-
wise knight, huh?
Ah.
I enjoy like he's the smart one. Like I like how there was no really like established leader of like Melt. What are we gonna do?
So what do you guys think of Ko as a red?
Huh?
Ko as a red.
I like him. He's not crazy. He lacks what the other five have. Like there's just something about him, like his soul, if you will. Like he's more accepting of others. Like he's the strongest for a reason, you know? Even Bamba knows it. Like Bamba's like, you're stronger than me. I will never say it out loud because I might have to commit seppuku. But that with my Ryusoul Ken, but other than that, like, you know, I like the moment where Ko kind of loses himself a little bit and like starts taking advantage of Tiramigo. And Bamba's like, oh, so you're not taking advantage of Tiramigo? Ko's like, of course not. Oh. Bamba's like, ha, I got you on something.
Yeah.
Beach.
So what about Nada? He was good.
He was great. I love Nada.
Yeah,
But
until they killed him.
unfortunately, it was let go very early. I reckon.
Gone too soon. His
I love
video
it.
almost made me cry.
Yeah. Well, it made me cry in frustration because, like, it killed off a potentially great character.
No, they just killed off a great character.
They just
They-
I have
they-
since
cut him
forgiven.
out, and
I have since forgiven. You know,
I haven't forgiven.
some people have not. But
I haven't forgiven because I dropped the show after it happened. So
you wrote a book report, you journaled about it. You've got your
Yep.
emotions out.
I've done my venting. I've done
You've
my
had your
time.
Murder She Wrote moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You did your XOXO Wilco.
Exactly.
You know you hate me.
And the villains, of course.
Oh, what side
First of
characters?
all,
A lot
Weisel
of
was
people
one of
like
my favorite
Weisel
Toku.
and-
When I watched the year interview. Sorry, I'll shut up in a second. I watched the year review. I've said that like 5 times. I watched the year review the other day of The Streets, and it was like favorite Toku villain, and I'm like Weisel. Weisel is my favorite Toku villain of 2019, hands down. Or there's this episode where, God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
This is one episode
Look, that's just part of this brand. You're gonna
Yeah.
interrupt people all the time.
of, also, I just love how shitty their base was. Like, they literally start episode 14, Kanelo's debut episode of, I think the base looks really nice. And Wise was like, it's missing something. It's just what they're focusing on. Or, like, there's an episode where Crayon is talking to the henchman, and he's got like a spreadsheet, and he's like, look, so far every single plan has been thwarted by the Ryusoulgers. Every Minosaur has been a failure. But you know what that means? From here, we can only go up. Yay! And it's just his dynamic with the team is really good, and it's just fun and silly. And like, look, if you're gonna make them not do anything, at least make them entertaining. Don't make them boring. And I feel like they did a good job with that.
Yeah, he was fun, but I don't know. It's just like he feels like secondary villains to me, like the comedic ones, but they're the main ones, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I wanted more of a villain I could empathize in, but they're really, really evil at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like they should have established Eris more as the main honcho. Eris?
I don't know. Oh yes, yeah. And
I don't know.
Because it was more interesting that she created basically the whole
Ryusoul
tribe,
and
the villains. I was like, I've never seen that before.
It was a very 0-1 moment for me, because it's like they started to turn against each other because of human emotion, and some of them developed negative human emotions. So I then created the bad guys to Dredon to destroy them, but then they were like, we're going to conquer the world instead of destroy them. 2 birds, 1 stone. It's like, no, that's not what I asked you to do. I'm not trying. You know what? Screw it. I'm starting over. Clean slate. Someone give me an expo marker and like stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and what about the side characters? What do you think of that? Or just an overall general.
Tatsui now he says the best dad.
Yeah.
No.
they needed to learn how to dress YouTube girl.
Nanu.
Yeah.
Nanu.
I think you should have had an episode where Yui, the episode takes place in the perspective of Yui's camera, and they're done of Ryusoulgers and how they battle.
Overall,
I like they hit a hard hitting topic in the episode 2 or 3 where we tries to kill herself.
Oh yeah,
they went from 0 to 100 real quick, and
and I'm like, damn! First their masters are dead, then this girl's trying to. What am I getting myself into?
Yeah.
So the next one is characters are done. Overall plot. What do you think? Just an opinion. Overall opinion.
It sucks. Honestly, the plot
it
was slow.
Finish. It tried to finish strong, and I appreciate the effort that they made.
Yeah.
They just realized it 10 episodes too late. But
realize.
And what do you hope for the adaptation for Power Rangers?
Well, with the 9 minutes that we have left,
Master Black is the best master of all 4.
Who?
Master Black.
Okay.
Master Black.
Yeah, he's
awesome.
He's alright.
For the adaptation, I'm just hoping a lot of creative liberties are taken.
Yes.
To do something really.
Liberty from Degrassi.
There's a really cool story to be told with all of the stuff that's here.
Yeah.
Ryusoulger was not the time to do that, so hopefully Power Rangers is able to do that.
I don't mind the night thing. Maybe make them from a different time period and whatnot. Speed around me, and that's
right. I mean, since we're doing this whole multiverse thing now in Power Rangers, it seems. Maybe they're displaced from time. Maybe it's the first Ranger team that's displaced by time. And so maybe they are medieval people that are... Well, it's kind of like the opposite, though.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So, and I mean, that could be fun, because I mean, obviously they can't set it in ancient times because there's a lot of cityscapes and stuff like that. They can't really work around that. But I don't know. Either way, I think there's a cool story to be told. Hell, for all we know, this could be aliens again.
Aliens!
They could be doing some weird ass dinosaur alien bullshit like they do in all of these dino shows.
You know what? It could be that villain. It could be that villain, perhaps to the untrained eye.
Or maybe they'll just be high teenage attitudes in high school.
Can we stop doing high school? It makes no sense. I'm gonna be a ranger and a college student. Not possible, by the way. 100% not possible. I can tell you that right now. That's my one gripe with In Space is that they're still in high school, and I'm just like, absolutely not. You don't go to a planet, another solar system. First of all, we've got 7 minutes, Chris, so why don't you watch it? You go to different solar systems in one point, and then it's like, oh, I got a midterm tomorrow. I got to get this Brilliant Sting taken care of. It's just,
Yeah.
What I hope for is original villains this time again. Like I would like human villains, like human villains, like incorporated.
That's
into
one of Power Rangers'
Ryusoulger
biggest
to get,
strengths.
Like Ryusoulger to get like a human form.
Yeah, like a human
He
version.
did,
Of
'cause
Ryusoulger.
he was a shapeshifter, so like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he did. I forgot that.
I wouldn't mind that, and we could make one of the generals as the main, like the other generals who doesn't have much screen time as a main villain. I mean, they could do it with, what is it, Scrozzle and stuff, right?
first things
So-
first. Not
Okay.
a Wolzard. Make it happen. Like, you got the suit. You got
Why
a
not?
brown suit. Use them. I don't understand.
And what do you think about the toys with the Power Rangers Ryusoulger adaptation? What do you think the
don't
toys would be
know.
like?
I don't even know because like Power Ranger toys are so weird now. I can't
Yeah.
even imagine. And
Do you think we
especially
could
because
make
like
figures?
they did their own made up gimmick for Beast Morphers. I can't imagine what they're gonna do with an already established gimmick in the footage.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Look, I'm going to take a page from the Long Sleeves book toys, and what I'm looking forward to most of this adaptation. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have kind of 0 to little open expectations, but man, Papa wants those lightning figures.
Oh yeah.
So bad. I want them to incorporate the armors in some way, please.
I don't know if they'll do the armors. It'll be a bit tricky.
Hey, Roland, can you stop killing my vibe, please? Just a second.
Can you stop with the negative energy that you are? We are only
We're speaking in
speaking. We are
positive-
only speaking happy
brand?
thoughts.
We're
We're
only
also
speaking happy
negative.
thoughts of Power Rangers next adaptation into existence.
You have
Okay.
to go to the streets to be positive. You have to be negative here. I reckon they just do the seven colors. So the 6 plus Ryusoul Brown. I think it's just as simple and done for the lightning figures. And then maybe the max.
I'm sorry, did you say Ryusoul Brown?
Yeah, do what? I don't mind the brown.
Grayson, man.
Yeah, Guy looks gonna be first.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're gonna do a
Oh,
figure
you mean
for-
the 7? I mean the 8. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, dude, you want a
Yeah,
brown
yeah.
figure over a Geisel figure?
Yeah, I don't mind 2 versions of the brown and the purple. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be cool. Hopefully, something and we could make this a Prognosatsu topic one day. It would be short. I want them to start doing Battleizer Lightning figures. Make them like $30 instead of 20, man. Like I want that. Like I want a Max Ryusoul Red Lightning figure. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be kind of.
That'd be tits.
That would be the tits and ass.
Exactly.
So if you could describe Ryusoulger in one word, what would you say?
It looks nice to look at,
One
but
word?
when you
Man, that's a lot of that's a long word.
In one word, I think it would be Saber Tooth Griffin Thunderzord Power.
one word describe Ryusoulger. Dinosaurs.
Disappointed.
Oh, that too.
Will is disappoint.
I am disappointing.
I would say underwhelming too.
There you go. That's a good word. That's a
The word that comes to mind would be potential, because they didn't utilize it properly. Like, man, that was my same gripe with Lupat. Like, there was potential there, and they just didn't use it.
It was a letdown. I think it was a letdown.
Sad.
Otherwise, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took a page from Chris's book, I see.
Yeah. There you go. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it with Ryusoulger for the Prognosatsu. But hopefully, good luck to Hasbro next year when they adapt it in 2021. So they have a second chance using their suits well. Yeah.
See what happens.
Wonton Dawn, Red Ranger, calling it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Wonton
Let's
Soul.
make that happen.
Yeah. And finally, since we're not going to be having fashion passion question,
Because we're all wearing shitty clothes.
to
Close the MAGMA. What the hell, man?
That's when we close out of all our files on the computer and shut down.
So thank you very much, everybody who came to the
It was like a lot of
our
people
first show. Thank you, Will, for letting us, taking this opportunity to actually be part of the RRR empire or family.
Dun, dun.
Anyway, follow the links on our description below. All our socials, including the streets, are on the description bar. And also there's this Discord. Please interact with us. You can put your one-ups, your shitty opinions. You can put respond to Prognosatsu. Do what you want. And we will respond. And
what's next week's topic for Prognosatsu?
Well, you see, kids, I don't know about Prognosatsu, but in a couple weeks, or the three of us are gonna discuss and potentially bring on a guest about this, our top 5 topic. So we're gonna be taking thoughts, and this is gonna be a pretty big one. We're gonna have small ones, but I got a big one. Top 5 secondary riders is our intro topic. So put it in the Prognosatsu if you've already got a list together. We're going to discuss when we're going to go over it because the three of us might need some time to figure out, maybe rewatch some stuff to have a proper discussion about it. So keep your eyes out because if it might not be, most likely won't be next week's Prognosatsu topic. So we're going to figure out some stuff. Keep your eyes on the Discord.
Open your eyes for the next
Utilize
5.
the Discord. No
Open
more.
your eyes.
We actually read it. Don't worry.
For the next 5.
Okay, excuse me, all 3 of you. Okay, I'll have you know that I do read the Discord. It's just I don't really interact with it. Okay.
Will has to read the Discord because how the hell do you think he keeps kicking all the people out? You know?
But yeah, thank you very much for everybody coming over. Looks like we're gonna be staying put at 4 p.m. 10 a.m. for Australian viewers if there's ever going to be one, but I think everybody's American or North American or whatever.
EST.
4 p.m. My ears.
Thank you, Will, for coming over to our show.
Yeah.
And
Thank you, Will.
guys, have a break, go to the toilet, eat something, recuperate.
Yeah, eat your toilet. Go ahead.
Eat your
toilet.
Be ready for the streets because you might be going for a big ride.
Streets are going live in a half hour. So
And guys, speaking into existence, positive thoughts. I'm gonna watch the whole episode tonight.
Okay. Hold on to that.
I will go on air and tell you you're a fucking liar. Good night, everyone.
Look, man, I got a comfy bed.
I'm gonna go eat.
All right. Ceiling fan over top of me. It's a process, okay?
But yeah, thank you guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
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 Thank you for tuning in.